And you want to know the proof that the team was in first place is better? I'll give you objective reality proof. Number one, Liverpool were top of the league before Arsenal had any injuries. Also, Liverpool were ahead of Arsenal before Saka was out. And Liverpool was ahead of Arsenal before Odegaard was out. And Arsenal dropped points in 4 games with all their team fit. They drew at home to Everton with Saka and Odegaard there. They drew at home to or away to Fulham with both of them fit. They drew away to Chelsea when Odegaard came in. Oh, shiver me timbers. The Chelsea players were shitting it. And they had 1 shot on target away at Newcastle where they lost 1-0 with their whole team fit. You had a chance in January because Saka was out to go sign a player. You had the chance. Ollie Watkins, who, insert Arsenal buzzword, is not a floor raiser. He's not a ceiling raiser. All these fucking buzzwords that the Arsenal fans love. He does not elevate and floor raise and ceiling raise. Just use words that all of us can understand. Stop trying to be a smartass. Just say win now player. All of us here understand the word win now player. If I said, Lewis, you need 2 more win now players, he'll get it. What the hell's a floor raiser?
Sorry, I only know 16-year-old Brazilians, unfortunately.
Exactly. Typical bullshit. Typical bullshit. Ollie Watkins scored. He scored away at Brentford. You could have had him in January. It's not my fault you didn't sign players. What's currently happening is a massive disrespect to Liverpool Football Club in first place, ahead by 15 points in March, to act like this is the PGMOL League.
I pressed the wrong fucking button. Sorry, Jez. Here we are. We're back. See, you're only getting a little intro today because I'm late. I'm an hour and 4 minutes late. Apologies for that. But anyway, we are here. Shane's going to join shortly as well. Jezza is sweating his bollocks off in south of France. How are you, mate? How's the 2.5 month trip going?
Oh, I'm loving it, mate. I just wish it would cool down a bit. It is just proper too hot, man. I've had 2 showers today already, and I'm going to have to have another one before I go to bed. It's just mental. It's just mental. I'm not as used to it like you are, and I haven't eaten today. It's just too hot. I'm not eating. I just can't eat in this heat.
I get like that sometimes. Just don't fancy eating food because it's too hot.
It's tiring. It drains. I don't know. I'll tell you what. Right, your work rate in this heat. I don't know how you do it, man. Because I just like.
What do you think I'll stream in the evening, Jez? Yeah, if I'm streaming in the daytime when it's even hotter.
It is just mental, man. But fair play to you for doing it. But even now, it's like, what time is it now? It's just gone 11 o'clock and it's still 28. And it's like...
That's midnight where you are, isn't it?
Sorry, yeah, midnight, yeah. Oh, see, that's a good point. It's a good point. Good point.
Yeah, midnight.
I'm waiting now. I'm waiting now for all the Arsenal signings to come in. It's gone...
Yeah, it's gone midnight. Surely we've got breaking news. Well, actually, it's 11 p.m. in England, so we'll have to wait another 56 minutes, Jez.
All right. Okay.
Or 54 minutes, sorry.
All right, fair enough.
All right, big up Rashid in the chat as well. Bless up to everyone locked in. There's 700 in here already. The likes are a disgrace. Rashid, if you're free, I'll send you a link as well. I'm here for 3 hours, guys. So if you want to kick off, I'm an hour late. Tough. I'm here for 3 hours, then I'm doing the Man City game. So I'm not getting in bed for another 5 hours or so. The sun will probably be starting to creep up. And yeah. And then I'm not going to waste the whole day tomorrow, so I'll be up early-ish. How's Spain? Spain's beautiful. Spain's very nice. Spain's very hot. It currently says on here it's 29 degrees. I don't think it is, though. I don't know if... Yeah, it is, exactly. 29 degrees. Mad. You want the aircon back on? Yeah, it keeps fucking leaking, though. All right, anyway, we'll put the aircon on. She's happy. Yeah, time for a 3 hour stream, guys. Yesterday, I don't know what happened with you, not YouTube, with StreamYard, but it just wouldn't let me do anything. Like literally, bless up to Jamie as well. I've pinned that. If you can get Shane's link in there as well, he's jumping on in a minute as well, mate. Yeah, and I'll pin that as well. But yeah, yesterday I have no idea what happened.
I was watching it. You were bugging out all the time. It's like,
yeah,
ding.
I don't get it. Yeah, and then today it's fine. And I went on DJ's channel afterwards. After I didn't, I just cancelled everything. I jumped on his channel. It was fine. I was on there for 5-6 hours, chilling. Like, fine. It's like, well, what's wrong with my channel? The mutants were trying to take over, Jez. That's what the problem is.
Yeah, so Arteta, man, he's got you.
Yeah, they've infiltrated me, mate. Big up to Hengedi in the chat as well. But where do we start? Let's start with smashing the likes up. That'd help. And Eze, Jez. Eze is linked to a move to Arsenal. And I'll be honest, I like Eze. I think he's a top player. But he ain't a left winger. And I don't understand where we're going to play him because Odegaard ain't getting dropped anytime soon. Yeah, and that, obviously we know we want a big squad. We keep moaning about it. But if we're going to pay 68 million quid for his buyout clause, for him to sit on the bench, because Captain Fantastic's going to play, I don't really kind of get it. And if we're going to play him on the left wing, that makes no sense to me. Why don't you just go and pay the money for a proper left winger? And that's not a diss at Eze, because I posted out on Twitter earlier saying from Rodrigo to Eze. Yeah, and the amount of spastics in the comments section going, oh, Eze's a top player, you don't rate Eze. I never said that, mate. Yeah, Eze's a top player. He ain't a left winger. It's not rocket science. No, it really ain't. We should be getting Eze and Rodrigo. Yeah, but what do you think, Jez? Big up Jamie as well. I've pinned that, mate. Thank you.
Well, I did say it this time last year. We should be looking at Elise and Eze. We ain't getting Elise, obviously. He's gone. And Eze, I like him. I think he's a quality player. I really do. Will he fit the mould we now have at Arsenal? I don't know. I'm doubting it a little bit now because, as you just said, will this manager drop Odegaard to put him in that spot? I don't know. I do think he's quality. Big up, Shane.
Big up.
Quality. 68 million. I question it. I question that myself. But we need to strengthen the league because right now, as I'm looking at how this is going, it ain't looking that favourable, the squad we got. And was it about, what are we looking in now? About 3 weeks before pre-season starts?
About 3 weeks. Yes, about 3 weeks. Yeah. 23rd, I think, is our first game.
And what business have we done? And it's going to be an hour's time in the UK, under 15 minutes time in the UK, that I'm expecting to see the announcements of Zubimendi, Sesko, not that I want him, Grokeres, all these names we've been linked with, and it continues on, and it goes on, and it goes on, in about 50 minutes. Because this is what I've been told. We're getting these players in, man.
Yeah, well, we were told that we were going to sign all these players and we couldn't do it until the new fiscal year. That starts in 50 minutes. So I'm expecting breaking news, Ornstein Bamba, yellow ticker tape on Sky Sports. Oh my God, Arsenal have announced 3 signings just like that because we talk like this on Sky Sports. Anyway, that ain't going to happen. But Shane, how are you, mate? What are you saying?
Yeah,
how's Ireland? How's the Irish? How's Ireland, mate?
It's actually not where, because I'm up the mountains. It's not heat wave city like everybody else is getting. I was just on with Aaron and the lads, and they were all fucking sticking to their chair. I'm all right, man. I'm up the mountains. I got a bit of a breeze, but yeah, all good. The Eze signing, it's one of the players that are sort of the top three I said I wanted. He will be played out the left wing though. Let's get it right. He's going to be played out the left wing when he comes, which won't suit him. But my only hope is that if we get him. And yeah, he'd be played at the left wing for a while. But my thinking now is, yeah, get him. If he's played at the left wing for the first 3 or 4 months and then Arteta gets sacked, great. Then at least when a new manager comes in, he goes, okay, well, now I've got my number 10. You know, you're not playing out the wing anymore, mate. You know, I'm here to save you. But these are the type of signings you want. You know, you want players that can make a difference. Eze to me is a player, the type of player I love, like Cunha, where when the team's not playing well, he says, look, give me the ball. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make it happen. But you know, another plus, I suppose, is that it feels to me like it's a Berta signing. I don't think this would be an Arteta signing. He's not the sort of the track back winger that he wants. He only wants wingers that track back all the time. So if it is a Berta signing, that's a good thing that he's sort of going, right, well, look, we didn't get the player you wanted, I'm going to get him in. But I mean, until I see, like you said, until I see that yellow tape going across Sky, I ain't getting into this. I don't care. You know what I mean? It's a World Cup year. It's a World Cup year. So people might think this is silly, but he might look at Tottenham and go, okay, well, they're going to play me in the 10. They're not going to cause me an injury. It's a World Cup year. You know, that will come into his thinking. Just like what players are going to turn us down for that reason as well. It's like why players might want to leave because of that as well. You know what I mean? Because if he's not going to get in the England team out the wing, if he's going to get in the England team, it's going to be in the 10. So is he going to come to Arsenal, play out the wing for a whole season, in and out of the team, I might add, with the chance of his hamstring tearing off the bone? But according to Top Gooners, Aaron was on a stream a while ago, and some Top Gooner put up in the chat, the thing about grade 3 hamstrings is they grow back twice as strong. Right? And people in the chat were going, yeah. I mean, that's what you're dealing with. But I think Eze was in my sort of, like I said, the top 3 I wanted. I wanted him and I wanted Cunha. I thought they're the type of players that can make a difference. But people have to remember as well, and I'll finish on this, that I don't know if we'll be playing with an 8 and a 10 next season, because Royce is going to have to drop back to cover Zubimendi. He's going to have to do a lot more running this season than he's already done. And we called the Timber injury, we called it Gabriel injury, we called the Saka injury, and I'm calling the Royce injury next season. He will be the next one to go down with a big hamstring injury or a massive fatigue injury, because he can't. He's already done enough running, and he is going to have to cover. He's going to have to be complete box to box next season, because Zubimendi's going to get found out very, very quickly with the high press that he's not used to. So Eze, will he come in and play in the middle? I don't think so. I think he's been signed as a winger, which is a disgrace, really. But like I said, if he's coming in and when we have a player like that, when the new manager comes in, great. Because all I'm thinking about now is after Arteta. What's the best thing for Arsenal after Arteta? Because we're not winning anything with him as manager. So if we can get players that, number one, don't suit him, and number two, will be good for the next manager, then I'm happy with that. So Eze, yeah, I'd be delighted with it, but I mean, it's rumors now, man. All it is rumors.
Yeah, listen, Eze played 40 odd games last season. 43 games. Yeah. Well, transfer marked again, stinker and hooked. Watch this. Transfer marked website is fucking useless at times.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Watch this, right? 43 games, yeah. He played left wing 3 times and attacking mid 39. Well, that's 42 then, not 43. So where's the other game? Where's the other game?
I think he did play a 9 one day. I think he did.
Apparently QPR get 20% of this as well, but that's up to chat. I didn't know that. So they get 20% of the fee. So I like Eze. And the fact that he only played 3 times last season at left wing. Yeah, and now he's going to be running all the way down here, tracking back as soon as we lose the ball at 100 mile an hour. It wouldn't surprise me if he does hamstring in the first couple of months. Yeah, I mean, his numbers on paper look pretty good, don't they? Yeah, and let's be real. No disrespect to Palace fans, because let's be real with it. Yeah, they've only ever won their one trophy, highest level trophy, the one major honour. Yeah, but he is a quality player, and I do really like him. It's just I just don't see why we're doing it to put him there, because that's what we're going to do. That's where he's going to play, because he ain't playing there. Yeah, there ain't no way in a million years is he fucking dropping his captain, mate. No, because if he drops his captain, he then has to admit defeat. Yeah, it's like, oh, I gave him the captain's armband, but now I'm dropping him. Yep. Well, no, you can't do that, because now he looks a prat, doesn't he? Yeah, he won't do it, and his ego is so big that it won't allow him to do that. Yeah, so we're going to see him playing left. We're going to see him playing left, and I reckon Trossard might be benched for most of the season, if not sold, whether he signs a new contract or not. Yeah, I think Martinelli is
I think it would be Martinelli.
No, I think
Trossard will be willing to sit on the bench.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. But this is the thing. Yeah, like I've seen so many people saying that. Like obviously Fabrizio put the news out as well, and we've gone in for him. Yeah, but let's be real. If we was to get rid of Martinelli, he's on 180 grand a week, bro. Who the fuck is buying him?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at Martinelli's stats. Not that I'm one for assists and all that, but he got 8 and 8 in the league, yeah? Let's have a look at Martinelli. Yeah, I'll smash these likes up as well. Martinelli's stats. And bless up to everyone who is locked in. 1,200 in here, yeah? So make sure you summon to the lads, their pinned comment and in the title. Right, that's overall. Fucking what have I done here? Overall balance 24-25. So you've got 8 and 4. 41 games there, 7 there, 1 there. It's not much difference in terms of stats, is it?
Not really.
But at the same time, he has been fucking flogged to death, this guy as well. Yeah. And had surgery. And has to fucking run all the way down here every time we lose the ball. So by the time he gets up here, he's fucking knackered again. Yeah, I mean, not only that, he does miss a lot of chances.
The wing back one, like he never played wing back. Is this was done by heat map that they've just registered him playing that far back? The whole time
left mid.
You know what I mean?
And when's he play left mid, bro? Like, why don't you just put that on there?
Must just be from heat map or something. I don't know. It's crazy.
It's mad, isn't it? He scored 51 goals for Arsenal and 29 assists. So why did Top Gooners want him sold then? Because that's good stats then, right? Yeah? That's good stats, right?
And he got 12 of those goals in 14 games under Emery, you might add.
I just think I'm sorry to have to say it, but I think he's just regressed
massively
under Arteta. And if we're going to flog him, then good luck to the boy, because he's got a big career ahead of him. And I don't see any. Look, we could sit here all day and night and argue who has improved under Arteta. I can only. Well, I can't think of anybody really. To be honest,
maybe Gabby, maybe Gabriel,
maybe, but
because he's been quality. I can't lie. Last couple of years he's been sick. But is that because of Saliba and the partnership works? Because when one's without the other, they look a bit sus. They look a little bit iffy. Yeah, because like when we played, who was it? We played Madrid, and Kivior was all over the gaff.
Yeah,
Kivior was all over the fucking place. Yeah, and then listen, we won the game. It weren't Madrid. Who was it? Maybe it was Madrid. I can't remember. There was a game in the Champions League.
He was.
Maybe it was the Madrid game. Yeah, but this is the thing there. When we've seen Saliba out the team with Gabriel in the team, we fell apart. When we see both of them together, they're amazing. They're great. And if one fucks up, then the other one's fucking decent and mops up. Yeah, this is the problem. Yeah, they're both of an elite-ish level. Yeah, like they're right on the cusp of being what you'd consider world class. Yeah, maybe they are world class to a lot of people. Yeah, but at the same time, when you see the drop off after that, if one of them's not in the team, a PSV game, was it PSV? It was definitely a Champions League game. But when you see the drop off after that, yeah, it's a massive problem, which is why I'm cool with Eze signing for Arsenal. I'm well happy with that if he signs. There you go, clip that, fuckers. League Gunner's happy if we sign Eze. Yeah, but, and there is a but, if we play him as a touchline winger, what are we doing here? The guy's not a touchline winger. He's a guy that's just going to pull the strings and have a shot from fucking miles out and score a screamer every now and again. Yeah, and can feed the ball into the wing. You know, like, he ain't a touchline winger. He ain't going to go dribbling around everybody and cut back and cross. You know, he ain't that player. So I don't understand why Man City can be. Nelson, he's 27 years old. Yeah, how much more is he going to change in his style of play, bro? And yeah, fair enough.
Would you sign someone that has to change? Just sign a winner.
Thank you. Sign the fucking.
You know what I mean? But John as well. Views made this point, and it's really, really good.
If we're buying him to play number 10, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, but if Eze is being told to be a touchline winger, he will naturally keep coming inside, right? He'll naturally keep coming inside to get the ball. But if Lewis Skelly's doing the same on the left-hand side, just imagine our left-hand side if both of them are drifting in. Our whole team will be lopsided.
It will be lopsided. Yep.
It'd be completely lopsided. And other teams will just go, you hit them down that side because both of them are going to be coming inside. It's craziness.
They already do that anyway. Craziness. I'd imagine most of our goals or most of the chances we concede are down our left-hand side. Yeah, because we're always inverting. Big up for Sam in the chat as well. The Arteta won't drop. He's playing left wing. We know this. Yeah. So that's the problem I have with it, though. Right. If we're playing him number 10, then I'm well happy with that because this captain we got is shit. But he ain't going to play him number 10 for 30 games, 40 games a season. Ain't happening. He will not drop his captain for that many games.
Yeah. Sorry to jump in, but I've never known an Arsenal manager in my time that I can honestly think of that hasn't improved certain players. We saw how Wenger changed. I mean, let's be honest. When Henry first came to Arsenal, he won all that.
No,
but he changed him into a different position, and he was like, "Well, there you go. We all know the stories." But with this manager, his tactical lack of sense and the fact that he will not change things up, but he will, as you said, he will stick again with Odegaard in the captain role, which I don't think is right for him. I think the pressure's too high. Honestly, I don't think Odegaard likes being captain, to be honest.
Me too. I agree. Yeah.
And I think that as a manager, you should recognise that fact and say, all right, I'll give it to somebody else and look for a better captain material. To me, it's obvious. It smacks me straight in the face. To me, that's Declan Rice. The latter part of last season, we saw Declan Rice, especially in the Champions League games, he was getting in people's faces and giving it, come on, come on.
Yeah. He was grabbing all the Thomas Partey, telling him he's a fucking idiot.
Give him a bollocking,
Give him a right bollocking. He's like, what the fuck are you doing for getting suspended for the next league, you prat? We're up against it anyway.
But that's the captain. That is, you know, I hear people say, oh, you can't do that because, you know, he is the captain. No. Sometimes you have to change the management in the team. And if you want to call it changing the captain management, then you can say what you like. But yeah, Nelson, you can say that as well, but I disagree with you. He's not a good captain. He's not.
He's a shit captain. He's a shit footballer.
Yeah,
looks pretty on the eye.
Sorry,
Let me just say this. Sorry, Shane. Sorry, man. Right. When we had a proper manager, right, how many captains did we have under Arsene Wenger? I can think of 5 right now.
Yeah. With Adams, then Vieira, Gallas,
Fabregas, I'll in the same team. You want to bat in the same team at the same time?
No, over a period. No, over
5. It's just a 5. No, because then after Van Persie.
Yeah, we had Cesc.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had Cesc as well.
But so
Mertesacker was captain for a while as well.
So you can't say to me, like, you can't.
Henry, of course,
you can't disrupt. If you are a winning mentality team, you have to disrupt. And Nelson, sorry, buddy, you're talking absolute bollocks, man. Wenger didn't strip anyone, Jez. That's fact. No, you're talking bollocks, man. I know fact. Right? Yeah. Come on, man. Tony Adams as captain. Who did he give it to, Nelson? Give me the answer. Come on, stop talking.
While we're waiting for the answer, big up to everyone locked in. I'll grab the super chats in a minute. These likes are a disgrace. Both the lads' links are pinned as well and in the title. So make sure you summons both of them. But big up my boy Lee Johnson as well. Bless up, bro. I hope you and the family are well, man. Eze changes our system for a proper centre forward. Surely him and Saka cutting and creating. What do you reckon? What do you reckon, lads? Because I feel that if we're going to play him out on the left, it's going to be like watching Jack Grealish at Man City.
Yep.
Just a waste of a talent. Waste of a talent. Yeah, because he's that player that can get on the ball, jink past a couple, and then slap on top bins. He ain't a touchline winger that has to run up the wing, stop, cut back in, go down to the side, go back to the fullback, just let the guy play football. And the problem we have, this manager don't let any of our players play football. It's all too regimented and too system orientated, and that is Jack at Man City, which is why he ain't going to ever play for him again. Yeah, because for whatever reason he ain't going to play for him. But at the same time, you don't see Eze getting the ball, dropping a shoulder, going down the wing, and whipping a ball into the box for a striker. So I don't know. I think that's going to be an inverted forward that's going to cross to a 6'4" giant. Yeah, and we've seen how that's worked already. Yeah, Eze might have a bit more quality. Well, he definitely has a bit more quality. Yeah, he's better than Martinelli. Yeah, let's just be real with it. He's miles better than Martinelli as a footballer. But you can't play him in that left wing. Play him as, maybe that is the plan. Maybe we are buying another left winger. Maybe he is going to be the 10.
Cut inside and dink it in like we always do in the last minute when we're stuck. That's the only thing close to a plan B Arteta has. Cut inside instead of laying it off. Lump it into the box, and that's what we'll be doing. That's all we'll be doing. But the thing with Eze is, and you were touching on it earlier, he's a player that he has to just go out on the pitch, and you just tell him go where you feel you need to go. That's what he needs. And I love that you said that about Grealish, because I said that before as well. If he goes to a Newcastle now, and goes under Eddie Howe, he'll be balling out again, man. Absolutely balling out again, because he'll give him freedom to play. Or if he goes back to Villa, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to Villa. But he'd be given freedom just to absolutely ball out. You know, people are going, oh, we need a Morgan Rogers. But this is what I was saying. I say it all the time. We can sit here and go, oh, if we got Eze, it'd be great because he can come in on the 8 and he can do this and he can do that. We can say that all we want. But you have to look at it from well, this is what's going to happen because I know my manager. It was like the PSG game when we were able to pick the starting 11. We knew the exact starting 11. We knew how Arsenal would play, which means the opposition manager knows. The opposition manager knows the way he's going to play. So if we're going to get Eze, he's just going to be regimented, like you said, and you won't get the best out of him. And then the thing about with Odegaard being the captain, which Jezza touched on, there was times near the end of last season when, to me, Odegaard looked like he was on the verge of a nervous breakdown. He looked absolutely miserable. And that was the time where you pull him out and you go, look, listen, pal, you need a rest here. And I'm with Jezza as well. You don't, even if you strip him of the captaincy, you don't have to go public with that. You just have to say that, you know, he can come out and say, I felt that Rice would have been better for it. Because I think with that pressure off him, he might settle down a bit. I think there's too much pressure on him and he can't handle it. And I do look at this manager and just go, like Ten Hag came in and stripped Maguire the captaincy. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. And it's a big statement as well. It's a big statement that, you know, we're looking to move forward or we're looking for a change of direction. But we have to look at every signer that this guy makes is based around him having to stick with Havertz and to stick with Odegaard. Why aren't they? There's Liverpool fans and stuff in the chat and City fans. I haven't heard any of their fans when Liverpool signed Wirtz. I didn't hear any of their fans online going, well, what's going to happen to McAllister and what's going to happen to... They don't give a shit. They just go, we got a world-class player. Put him in the team. We go, oh, yeah, let's go for Mbemo. Oh, but what about Saka? I don't give a shit about... If Mbemo comes in and does better than him, I want him in the team. Why are we the only fans, the only zesty fan base? But he's my favourite player. What age are you, 10? What are you, 10 years old? My favourite. Do you have a sticker of him? I don't care. I like Saka, but if someone comes in and he's playing better than him, I want him to stay in the team. We always worry about how are we going to fit him in, but what if we have this player and we can't drop Odegaard and we can't drop Odegaard, get Eze in and say, look, Odegaard, you can fight for your place now, mate. Now you fight for your place like a normal player. That's why when Wanyeri was so-called late for training, what incentive is there for Wanyeri to turn up for training early and stay late? You know, Bergkamp used to do it. All the top players do. If Wanyeri was 2 hours early for training every day and stayed 2 hours late, he knows that even if Odegaard has 3 months of playing terrible, he's not getting in the team. And he knows it because he's seen it happen at the end of last season. There's no incentive for him to try harder. And he's already getting ground down. I saw him near the end of last season. I think it was against Bournemouth when we lost 2-1. And he took the ball down like he did against City and shifted inside. And I thought, right, here we go. He's going to smack it. He's good at this. And he stopped and laid it off. And it looked like it killed him to do it. Just like the yellow card, we discussed this, the yellow card he got in the first half against Brighton, Wanyeri, for taking ages to take a corner. There's no 17-year-old in football that wants a time waste. They are too excited to be on the pitch. They just want the ball. He's being told to time waste. So when we get sent off and the refs are against us, no, these players are being sent out to cheat. And ever so often you get caught cheating and you get punished. The only red card we shouldn't have got last season was the Lewis Skelly one. That was rescinded and we won the match. So these players, that we have creative players. Oh, we need a Morgan Rogers. Lewis Skelly is the exact same sort of player if you played him in the 8. We already have one, but he's being played at left back. Martinelli used to play up front. He's being played out the wing. Jesus isn't a striker. He plays him up front. Declan Rice is a 6. He plays him in the 8. It's all messed up, and it's all from this manager. It all comes back to him wanting to reinvent the wheel so he looks like a genius. That is everything is him. And I've said it before, and I'll finish on this. The day that he leaves this club, whether he's fired or he walks out, as soon as that door closes behind him, the players are out of his mind and the team's out. He will not think it. He won't give a second thought to this club because it's all about him. It's all about the Mikel Arteta show. That's why he does it. The only manager in the world that looks forward to press conferences. The rest of them hate them. It's the most tedious part of the job. He looks forward to them because he's got 7 microphones in front of him and all the cameras, and he's got all these zippy semi-U's and all that. So oh, I see that Havertz has gotten buff. Yeah, what kind of a question is that, man? You got 2 questions you can ask me. You're talking about Havertz putting on muscle. But yeah, sorry, I've got a bit off topic there. But
listen, here's what it is said, right? That's why I asked you one, bro. You can say what you want. And then we grab these super chats real quick, yeah? Big up to everyone locked in. There's 1,500 in here, yeah? So make sure you are slapping the likes up. I will be live in 2.5 hours, or less than that, for the Man City game. against Al Hilal. Big up to Matthew McNerlin as well, becoming a member. My guy, bruv. Bless up, brother. I hope you're well, man. Big up to Andy Hart, bloody hot in the UK. Knowing Arsenal, it'll be Calvert-Lewin. Put another on it. Imagine we signed fucking Calvert-Lewin, bruv. Man walks around with a fucking handbag and a skirt on, dressed as a schoolgirl, bruv.
That's why we're signing.
Maybe that's why we're signing. We got a zesty fan.
Yeah.
But no, I hear it. Yeah, and there's other players as well. There's other players that he's brought in. Ben White to play centre back. Big up for the super chats as well, Andy. Yeah. He brought Ben White in to play centre back. That flopped, so he put him at right back. Yeah. He brought Timbrins to play left back. He's now right back. So he brought Calafiori in. Yeah, and that guy can't stay fit. Yeah, he's brought 9 goalkeepers since he's been here. 9 fucking goalkeepers. Yeah, it's just embarrassing. And the thing is, people just sit there and go, "Oh, all you lot do is moan." Yeah, we want to win something, mate. Genuinely just want to win something. Yeah, and the thing for me is, right, you're right what you said, from my opinion anyway, is he wants to reinvent the wheel. Oh, look at me. I've done something genius. So if he wins a major honour, doing it how he wants to do it, he'll then think everyone will start copying him like everyone's copied Pep. Yeah, and you're right. When he walks out this club, mate, he don't give a fuck. He does not care. The only thing he cares about is that. It's that. And I said this on the stream the other night, yeah. He was the first manager or player, I think, but he was the first manager to get COVID. How many people, celebrity-wise, were getting paid to fucking promote that? Yeah, James Corden, Ross Kemp. We can go on and on and on. The list goes on forever. How do we even know that he had it?
He got it twice, didn't he?
Yeah. Funny that, isn't it? Yeah, let's say he did. Yeah, why was he the first one? And he's also the most protected manager in football. And then you got all these celebrities coming out, being the face of this and this and this. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm not saying he didn't have it. Maybe he did. And I said, COVID, Nelson, I swear you're on drugs tonight. COVID was real, mate. Tested for it. Bro, COVID is in Dettol that you clean your fucking side counter with on the fucking next to the sink, mate. And I know way too much about this for you to even argue with me, bro. So let's not even go there. Yeah, let's not even go there because I ain't sending it into a COVID fucking chat. We can do that another day. Yeah,
he hasn't come back and answered my question.
No, he ain't. Yeah, and then let's be real. Big up to Putin because he ended COVID, lads. He ended COVID. Well done to him. He managed to go, do you know what? I'm allegedly going to go and fucking invade that country over there. Nobody will talk about COVID anymore. Nobody's got it anymore. So suddenly it just disappeared. All right, mate. Good one. Anyway, here's what it is. Back to football, guys. I'm going to go and get a piss. And get a beer out the freezer.
While you're relieving your, yourself.
Pause
on that bombshell.
I'll talk to Shane about this one, right? Yeah. Odegaard, right? Let's put this one to bed, shall we, mate? Yeah. How in your life, and you've been watching Arsenal a bloody long time, right? Do you ever remember a captain of Arsenal Football Club that's been substituted so many times?
No, it's impossible. He holds the record for it already. Jez, our whole history. And he's only been captain for, what, 2 years, 2.5 years? It's never been. Tony Adams is 14 times in his whole time with us. Jez, 14 times subbed off. And I think about 10 of them were when he was in his 30s, when he was getting on a bit. Some of them were through injury. Odegaard's up, I think it's around the 50s or the 60s he's being subbed off. Never ever have I seen it before. Have you ever seen a captain being hooked, especially an attack-minded captain? Was Fabregas ever hooked when we needed a goal? It's insanity. It's insanity. It just proves that the manager has no faith in him.
Yeah, it is. It's madness, man. And Nelson, you keep coming back in the chat, buddy, but you still haven't answered my question. If you're going to sit here and make out yourself that you know all about the Arsenal, answer my question. Answer it. Who did?
Yeah, he's had time to Google it now. You see, cheers.
Well, you've been Googling it for the last 10 minutes, man. who did Arsene Wenger remove? Right, let me start again. Who did Arsene Wenger, right, remove Tony Adams as captain for who? Yeah, I just said, who did Arsene Wenger take the captaincy off Tony Adams for? Who was the next player? It's quite a simple one, mate. Quite a simple one. You know Arsenal. Go on, answer it. Name the 5 captains that he did. Anyway, let's
I was
move
watching a Tony Adams clip today, Jez. It was before the I think it was before the 93-94 season, maybe. They're in the Arsenal training ground, and Ian Wright was in the dressing room saying, we're going to win this and we're going to win that, and if we play Milan, we'll stop their run. Remember the AC Milan run? I think they were in 50-something games unbeaten in the early 90s when they had Capello as manager and they had the best defense in the world. But they were out interviewing Tony Adams, and he says, "Oh yeah, look, of course we're going for all 3 competitions. We're Arsenal. We have to go for all 3 competitions." And I put it up on my stream today because it's just the opposite to what we are now. Tony Adams is saying, "Yeah, well, of course we're the Arsenal. We're going to try and win all 3 competitions." And now well, the FA Cup, we can bin that off. We can bin the League Cup off. We're going for the majors. And he didn't say, "Oh, the League Cup is less than this, or the league is less than this." All 3 were the same. They're all trophies. All trophies. We want to win all 3. Because I got dismissed for the 92-93 season. Oh, it was crap. You finished 10th. We won both cups, mate. We won both cups. I don't care if we finished 10th. We won both cups. And we had a great team. We had a team full of stars. Ian Wright up front. Ray Parlour. Paul Merson. The best back 5 England's ever seen. I was excited. Yes, we finished 10th, but the league was harder then as well. The league was full of absolute ballers back then. But just to hear one of our old managers speak like that, I put it up at the start of my stream and everybody was just like, why aren't we like that anymore? Would you ever hear Odegaard coming out and saying, we're going to win, we're going to go for everything? He might say it, but with no heart behind it. You know what I mean? He might say it because he's being told. That guy's reading off a script. He's reading off an Arteta script. You can see it in interviews. And DJB has said it before, that he is just Arteta's little boy that will just do what he says. That's why Odegaard is captain, because he won't question him. Can you imagine Tony Adams, Jezza, in the dressing room when Arteta's coming in with light bulbs and stuff like that? How would that end?
I'll tell you what, man, he'd smash him on the head with it.
He would, though.
He'd hold him up against the wall and say, "What the fuck are you all about?" And the answer is, people, it's David Seaman. Okay, there you go. It's David Seaman, goalkeeper. He transferred the captaincy for a very short period to David Seaman.
They both lifted the cup together in 2002, didn't they? The FA Cup.
Yep, there you go. And there we are. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's an irrelevant point. The thing is, mate, we are in a position right now, of I've watched your streams, and I have to admire your work content because you put the hours in, big hours in, and we are now in a position where we are looking at. Right now, as I sit here, sweating my nuts off, thinking, are we actually going to get these players in, Shane? Are we actually going to get them? Because in another 30 minutes...
Yeah, we were guaranteed, weren't we?
I'm expecting the big announcement.
Yeah,
no, Nelson, it wasn't Vieira, man. Get on with it. Fucking Google it. It was Seaman. Go and learn your history, fella. Go and watch my shows, man. Go and watch my shows. You might learn something.
There you go.
About it. You know what I'm saying? But it is one of them things that I forgot what I was going to say now. I mean, here we are, man. Here we are. That I'm expecting 19 minutes. Somebody's just told me. Yeah, I'm expecting Zupermendi. Right, I'm expecting Sesko or Grokeres, to be announced.
Yeah.
What are you saying? What are you saying, Shane? You're going to hold your breath, man?
I'm not holding my breath. I am not holding my breath. I see Chelsea moving. They've got João Pedro now. They've signed 2 strikers, which I said they would. And don't be surprised if they sign another one as well and use João Pedro out the wings. But they've already got the map. They got João Pedro. They're in for Kudus now. I think they've made 5 signings already. Apparently, you're not allowed to make them until the 1st of July. We will end up with Kepa, obviously, who's coming in on more money than City's keeper Ederson, by the way, which is just insanity. But we will sign Kepa. We'll sign Zubimendi. I think we might get Eze now. I think we might get Eze and Sesko. I think at a push, and that'll be it. And then a silly little loan and Madueke or something like that.
I get news very late over here. I haven't got Sky or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have we actually signed Kepa? Is that a done deal, or is that just another pipe dream?
But the Zubamendi one hasn't been officially confirmed either, Jesse. We signed him in January, and we signed him again in April, and now apparently we signed him again. They put up an AI picture of him signing the contract. I think that one is done. I don't know why they're waiting. People are saying you have to wait till the 1st of July, but why doesn't it affect other teams? Why are all these rules only here for us? I think it is done, but you know, I always had a feeling with the Zubamendi one that he was waiting for Real Madrid to get to progress in the Club World Cup, so they get paid 40-50 million or whatever they'll get, and then they'll go in for him. But I think that one's done. If it's not, it would be absolutely devastating for the top gooners or whatever you want to call them, because they've said it's confirmed. But I do think we'll get him. But we need a lot more. Just we've let Partey go, who's better than him. We've let Jorginho go, who's better than Norgard. We're weakening our squad, and we already had the thinnest squad in the league by 3 or 4 players. We've let 3 go on freeze. So even if we get 3 sort of decent signings, we still have the thinnest squad in the league. So we're going to have to get in loans, and we know where they're going to come from. They're going to come from Chelsea as well. It'll be Madueke, or it'll be Nicholas Jackson, or one of these guys that they don't want. I heard that Tom Canton lad this morning say that if he was a Chelsea fan, he'd be disgusted with their transfer window. And we're signing players that can't get in their team, and he's saying we're having a better transfer window. And he was comparing players that we're linked with to the players they've already signed. So they've already signed players, and he's going, oh, well, you know, João Pedro isn't as good as Gyökeres. Well, we haven't got Gyökeres, and we're not getting him either, because I would put any money that we haven't even gone in for Gyökeres. I put any money that we haven't even gone in for Gyökeres, because it's Sesko or nothing with this guy. But one thing that I am happy with is that Berta seems to be lining up players that if we don't get these so-called Arteta signings, that they can come in, like an Eze. And that's what we need. He's bringing back the loans, saying you better use them next season. I want to see you use them, get a song out of them. You're the one that signed them. But with our wage budget, Jez, any striker that's coming in and going, right, I'm here to replace Havertz, pay me more than him. And he's on 280. We're going to have to pay minimum 280 for a new striker to come in. People are saying, oh, Sesko's greedy. Sesko's looking for a buyout clause. You're damn right he is. Because our club has been, by all these Cantons and by all these Zippies and all, they have lowered our standards, and AFTV and all these guys. They have lowered our standards because they say we should be happy with the journey. Oh, you know, Norgard's a great signing and all this stuff. So they have lowered our standards to the point I've never seen it so low. We are the club that they've created now by saying we should enjoy the journey. We should enjoy second is this and getting to semi-finals is. So they can't get mad when a player like Sesko sees us that way, because that's the way they painted us. So that's why we're signing Norgards and bloody Kepas. That's the level we're at now. And that's because we've been painted that way, to the point where the mainstream media say the same thing. They say, oh, Arsenal fans need to relax. They've been doing this, they've been doing that. Our standards have been lowered to the point where these are the signings we have to make. And you see other clubs coming in. I mean, I only discovered this the other day by mistake, and I'll finish on this with the big up, Rashid, that Bruno Guimaraes and Tonali, 2 of the best midfielders in England, without a doubt, their wages combined are the same as Kai Havertz. Their wages combined are the same as Kai Havertz, man.
That's crazy.
And if you throw in Joe Linton, and a lot of people will call that midfielder, but I think it's the best in England. Maybe Van Verden.
I think it's the best in England. Yeah.
The best 3 midfielders. All 3 of them combined are only on 120 grand more than Kai Havertz. And that's
actually insane.
Yeah,
I think that's the best 3 in midfield in the league
combined, isn't it? Like when they play together,
unbelievable. And 120 grand more combined than Kai Havertz. And I'll finish on this. Zinchenko is on the same as Aston Villa's highest paid player. That's where we are. That's where we are as a club, man.
We've just seen, before I bring Rashid in, bless up to everyone locked in, there's 1,600 in there. Just seen that John Duran has gone on loan to Fenerbahce.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Why didn't we get him on loan then?
Market opportunity.
He's played in the Prem. He's Prem proven. That's what we keep hearing now. He's Prem proven. Prem proven. Prem proven ain't a thing, mate. Yeah, Prem proven is not a thing. Fernando Torres was Prem proven, then he flopped at Chelsea. Yeah, Andy Carroll was Prem proven and flopped at Liverpool.
Yeah,
like what are we doing here? Why don't we go and get him? 17 million loan fee. But how comes then Fenerbahce can afford 17 million loan fee and we can't? Can somebody explain that? Maybe Nelson can explain it. Yeah,
Well, he's after
Sanchez was
saying
Prem
that,
proven and he flops at United.
Yeah.
Seen it so many times. Yeah, Drinkwater was Prem proven. He won a Prem. Flops at Chelsea. All this Prem proven crap, mate. There's loads of them. There's hundreds of them. Yeah, it's a load of bollocks.
Is
Yeah,
this a
fact of
new
reality
term?
is we are skints, mate. Yeah, and we want to
I've
go
not
for
heard of this term before. Prem proven. What's this about?
It's new. It's new.
You
Yeah.
Got to qualify Prem proven to come.
No, what it is, Jez, is it covers up a shit signing like Norgard.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's Prem
Exactly.
proven.
Exactly. That's what it is.
All he's
Just
proven
cover up.
is that he's been shit
That's
in
what
the
it
Prem. That's all he's proven. That he's been shit. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
fact.
He's been average. He got a move when he started out. He got his big move when he was young to Germany. Went to Hamburg, couldn't cut it. Didn't get one game. Went back to Denmark. Played for Brøndby. Won a Danish Cup. The only competition he's won, by the way. And he's a leader. He knows how to get us over the line. He's won a Danish Cup. Went back to Brøndby. A few years later, tried it again in the big league. Went off to Italy to Fiorentina. Got 6 games in a year. Couldn't cut it. Then he went to Brentford in the Championship. And now he's come up. He's 31 and he's injury prone as well. But Rashid, man, what are we doing? Norgard, man, come on. Apparently he's a search and destroyer, according to Moneypenny. He's a search and destroyer.
My God! Did you see
and he
the
raps.
stats?
He raps the ball well.
Oh, come on! Please give it a rest. But big up to you, of course, Shane. Man, you've been doing great stuff. Just as well, you've been doing great stuff as well. Big up to you. Salute to the whole chat. Hey, listen, do you know what? At the end of the day, yeah, this is what I've seen one of my friends that I'm calling him not my friend. I'm kind of like backing away from this guy. This guy's Arteta in, so I don't know. He's fishy. Anybody that's Arteta in is a bit fishy with him. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a bit weird. You're a bit weird. Something's up. That's what I can say. Look, you know what I told him when I told him about what's his name, Zubamendi, yeah? I told him, what if Zubamendi gets injured? He told me, oh, what if he doesn't? Yeah, but you expect the worst just in case, innit? That's the whole point of football, innit? You have the whole squad. Oh, maybe you'll go through a whole season and you'll see Zubamendi. Zubamendi's way better than Partey, and he's more mobile and he's young, and do you know what I'm saying? The thing is that they
ask him how many games of Sociedad he's watched last season.
I should have.
That's the easiest way to get around these people, mate. Oh yeah, he's more mobile. He's this. He's younger. He's this. He's that. He's this. Okay, cool. And on that basis, then, yeah, Rodrigo's 3 years younger than fucking Eze. Why don't we go and sign him?
Thank you.
Yeah, when they say about a player, I'm sorry to cut in, Rashid. Yeah, when they say about a player, a girl was sat on a fucking channel with me the other day. Yeah, and he was sitting there saying, oh yeah, well, you know, this Mosquera guy, you know, he could be a really good signing. He's going to be a really good signing for Arsenal. I said, how many Valencia games you watch? He went, none. I said, how the fuck do you know he's a good player then?
You didn't even know he existed until a week ago, Lee.
The same with this Norgard. They didn't give a shit about Norgard. Nobody was hyping up Norgard all season, were they?
Yeah.
Nobody said, do you know that?
We took Brentford's captain. That's the new. Have you seen it on Insta? We took Brentford's captain.
Yeah, well, that's our level. We don't win nothing either.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like Man United and Liverpool and everybody else wanted this player and then we beat them to him. No, it was just us. Nobody went for Norgard. Nobody knows Norgard. Even when you play against Brentford, you don't remember Norgard because they were very known in that midfield. There's not someone that really stands out like a Mbuemo or a Wissa. That's how you stand out. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't really stand out. So you can't tell me that Norgard was an option. Look, you know what pisses me off a lot, yeah? Is that how come when it comes to the shitty signings, we're so quick? 5 hours. That's it. So quick to get Norgard. Just like that. Just like that to get Norgard. And when it comes to Sesko or Gyökeres, I'm not saying that Sesko's... Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Sesko is a big... What's this over there? Extremely... Go for it, Lee. Go for it, Lee. Go for it,
9 minutes, mate. We've got 9 minutes till the first of
the biggest transfer window in our history.
I'm expecting 3 announcements, right?
Yeah.
I'll give it a 5 past. Yeah, in the UK time to say, oh, there we are. We've signed. We've got these players now at the Emirates, and we've got these players.
But this is the thing. Sorry to cut in, Jez. Yeah, Benjamin, bless up to you, bro. He's a squad player until one of our midfielders gets injured. Then he's a starter. Yeah, let's be real. And let's be real with it, he ain't going to play in the 10. So it's either Declan Rice, Subamendi. One of them gets injured, he's starting.
Yeah.
Or suspension.
And
And we
do
get
you know
enough
what
of
it is as well? You look at Liverpool, what did they do? They kept Salah, they kept Van Dijk,
Yeah.
and they brought more players. That's how you move as a big club, innit? You keep your players and then you add more quality, you compete, and then all of the players can, because of the competition, the players level up. Thierry Henry used to talk about it. Isn't Thierry Henry like the king of Arsenal? Like when he speaks, we listen, innit? Like it's TT, it is
Well,
what it
we
is.
do.
Bergkamp, Vieira, these players, you just listen. They used to say they used to fight in the training ground.
Mhm.
Fight. They go out
Yeah.
there and they win trophies. You know why? Because the standards are high on training and the standards are high even after that when the game starts. Because they're so into it. They're so into it. Now
Mhm.
if you bring a shit defender like Koscielny, for example, Koscielny, that player used to play at Arsenal. Do you remember him? Defender.
Mhm.
If you put a Cazorla against him, doesn't matter on training. He's not gonna really give him like a hard time or really
Mhm.
elevate him to any point, because if you bring in a proper defender, it would elevate him. Now he understands how it is to play against a Van Dijk, a Kanate, a Botman,
Mhm.
these good defenders out there. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at us, man. Let's be honest. That midfield right now, we can't win even if we had Ronaldo up top. Prime Ronaldo up top. We can't win.
Yeah.
We score
I've,
more
I've,
goals, but we
yeah,
can't
but I've
win
said
a
this
trophy.
before. I've said this before, and I'll put that screenshot up in a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've said this before. Yeah. Right. We've got 5 midfielders as it stands: Marino, Norgard, Odegaard, Rice, Zubamendi. Liverpool. Yeah, they've signed Florian Wirtz. They ain't sitting there going, "Where the fuck's McAllister playing? Where the fuck's Gravenberch going to play?"
Thank you.
Yeah. Right. We're sitting there going, "Well, he's a backup." Okay, cool. So, well, where's Szoboszlai going to play? No, they've done 70 million on Szoboszlai. 68 mil, 65 mil, or whatever it was. They ain't sitting there going, "Oh, well, where's he going to play now?" Now you have to fight for your place. Yeah, and let's be real, he ain't been great at Liverpool. He hasn't been brilliant at Liverpool. Now what we'll do is we'll put 29 in midfield, so that'll be down as a midfielder, not a striker. Yeah, and then we'll put the 15-year-old Max Dowman in the squad as well. So now we've got 7 midfielders. Then what it'll be is, oh, but Skelly can play there. He can play. Ben White can play in DM. He's done it before at Leeds and Brighton. Cool. I want specialists, mate, and I want the top best of the best fucking players out there. Yeah, I don't care if they're under contract. Go and buy them. John Duran has just signed for Fenerbahce, bruv. That is a player we should be buying. I don't care how much it is. Yeah, I genuinely couldn't give a fuck how much these players get paid if they're doing it. If they're not doing it, then why are we paying them that much money? Why are we going to go and buy Kepa for what, fucking 5 million? Why didn't Bournemouth want him?
Oh, he's just a backup. He's just a backup.
He's a backup. Yeah, well, they better hope David Raya don't fucking injure himself this season. And after 4 months,
and is he better than Setford or Hoyne? He's not better than Setford or Hoyne because he's shit. We know he's shit. It'd be different if they were saying he's just a backup and he was a good goalkeeper. I'd go fair enough. But he's awful. He's one of the worst keepers in the league. He was Chelsea's 3rd choice, and they were slagged all last season for having 2 shit keepers. And he was their
They
3rd
used to
choice
take the piss
keeper.
out of him, Shane. They used to take the piss out of Kepa.
There's
Arsenal
records
fans
of it.
used to do
Gavin all
it.
going, don't look about him, worst keeper in the league.
Yeah.
Your man, that Hoyne goon, whatever, or Hain, or that guy, destroying him all through the years. Oh, what a sign.
Mate, he went to Real Madrid for €1 million loan, yeah? Right?
Yeah.
As 2nd choice behind Courtois. Courtois done an ACL. He was out for the season. They put Kepa in goal, calamity. Yeah, then they fucking binned him and made him 3rd choice because fucking Lunin went in goal for the rest of the season. Yeah, that's how
And he's
shit he
better
is.
than him. And he's better than him. Lunin is better than him.
Lunin's miles better than him.
Yeah,
then he goes to Bournemouth. They charge 3 million loan fee. How comes Real Madrid only paid 1 million for him then? It's Real Madrid. Why did they only pay 1 million to Chelsea, but Bournemouth pays 3 million? Why? Why? Because they ain't got a fucking clue and they don't care, bruv. They ain't got a clue after these Premier League teams what they're doing. Yeah, and it's just throw money around. And Chelsea can bully Bournemouth into getting 3 million. They couldn't bully Real Madrid. They already had 2 goalkeepers. Yeah, they already had 2 goalkeepers, mate. Yeah, and the thing for me is, I look at it, and they're all gassing up Prem Proven, Norgard. Not a single motherfucker was ever in this chat anytime all fucking season and saying to me, what do you reckon to Norgard? I get asked questions all day. Lee, what do you think of this player? Lee, what do you think of that player? Not one person asked me about Norgard all season.
No.
Yeah, whether it's
they
a
used to
rival
talk about
player.
the Crystal Palace player. What's his name again? That Crystal Palace
Um,
midfielder.
The midfielder.
That's the
what's
guy
his
they
name?
used to talk about. That's a good midfielder.
The English guy. English. What's his name?
The English, yeah, the
Will
English guy.
Hughes. Will Hughes.
No, not Will. He's Welsh.
Oh,
Wharton.
Wharton,
Yeah, Wharton.
Yeah, I've been asked about him all season.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think? Would you take him at Arsenal? I haven't been asked. A single person has never asked me in this chat, what do you think about Norgard until we were signing him. Yeah, same with Mikel Merino. Nobody was in my chat last season, whether it's on this channel or the other one. Yeah, when I'm doing Sociedad games here and there, yeah, and people going, what do you reckon to this Mikel Merino? It was only when we were linked to him, all of a sudden, all the stats come out. Oh, he had the best ball recoveries in the top 5 leagues in Europe. And I kept telling everyone, he is shit. And guess what? He's shit. But what's happened is this manager has fell on his feet again, yeah, by putting him up front, and he's bailed him out with a couple of goals here and there. Ultimately, we still didn't win nothing. Yeah, he's done it with so many players, this manager, mate. Yeah. Why don't we go and get fucking John Duran right now? Why? They're paying 17 million loan fee. Yeah, with an option to buy him, I think. 17 million for a loan is a fucking lot of money. However, yeah, if you win the league off of the back of him scoring fucking all the goals, then you're getting 17 million back anyway. And even if you qualify for Champions League, you're getting your money back. Yeah, so whilst it's a lot of money and I couldn't give a shit, yeah, they're covering half the wages as well, I think. They're covering half the wages.
Other teams pay more for a player that scores 20 plus goals. So 17 million is a very good option. Yeah, very good deal. Other teams would pay a 50 million kind of striker or 60 to get 20 plus goals, like a Haaland. How much was Haaland again?
50.
How much was Haaland? Something like that. Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get.
But the thing is, with these top owners, if you want to know what they really think about Norgard and Kepa, just imagine Chelsea or Liverpool or United signing them. The internet would be lit up with them on X going, Tin Pot Club. Look at they're signing Norgard, they're signing Kepa. The top gooners would have been all over the other clubs if they'd have made these signings. You know what I mean? So that's what you have to look at. You can only imagine the egals of this world if United signed these guys. Oh my God, they're after signing Norgard. And another thing as well is they watched Norgard last season for 180 minutes. The 2 games he played against us, they didn't watch him for any other time, man. You know what I mean? It's like when they're talking about your man Mosquera, right? I haven't come out with an opinion on him because I watch a bit of the league, and nothing like Lee, but I watch a bit of it, and I've seen him. He's never stood out, but I don't know enough about him to start going, oh, he's this and he's that, and he's got, even to say he's bad, because I don't have an opinion on it because I've only seen him a few times and he's never stood out. He's not someone that I've watched and gone, oh yeah, he's one for the future. You know what I mean? So maybe he is good, maybe he's not. I don't know. From what I've seen, he seems okay, but he's 20 and he's, you know,
he's a young project.
Is because Timber's going to get turfed out for? Is Timber going to get pushed out for the interview, or do they know Saliba is leaving? You know what I mean, I don't know. Well, Timber's not going to be fit for the start of the season anyway, and there's a good chance Ben.
I thought he was for Kivior. I thought he was a replacement for Kivior, which I'll accept straight away. I know for a fact. I haven't seen this guy play. I know that he's better than Kivior. If he's a centre, I know he's better than Kivior. I know right now. I haven't seen him, but I know he's better than Kivior because it's not hard to be better than Kivior. I'll be honest.
Did you see the Aaron pulled up the wage rise Kivior got when he came to us?
Yeah, it was $2,000. Yeah, now he's on 58.
To 58.
Come on, man.
The thing is now, it's now just gone midnight in the UK.
Oh, I better check Sky. Then we should have all our new players.
Where are all these signings? Where are
they? Tell him.
I'm tweeting that as we speak. I'm literally tweeting it out.
Tell him, Jez. Where's the signings?
I do see that Chelsea are in for kudos, though, right?
Why we? I ain't got a Sky here, so I can't tell you. But you guys have, right? You know, aren't the Sky cameras, TV teams outside the London Colney watching them all turn up, sorting it out, getting the deals done? You know, getting ready to announce it. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit, man. Seriously.
Oh, we do have Gunners make contact with Eze Camp. So that's what we've got.
Yeah. Let's put this up. Let's put this up.
Look at this.
Oh, this is money penny. Norgard, good at that price, very good. Set piece threat, low. Great search and destroyer. Leadership qualities, progressive passive. Wraps the ball well. This is the one that didn't know the Arsenal history on Sky Sports. This guy, it was this one.
Yeah, I see that. And he got it all wrong.
Yeah, it's this guy.
Yes, we're at it.
Okay. What team did Arsene Wenger join Arsenal from?
Monaco.
Straight away. Why?
What's up?
Is he a bit stiff in small spaces? So he wraps the ball well. Yeah. Search and destroyer. Yeah. And is he a bit stiff in small spaces? How is he when the game, bruv? This guy's just bent, bruv. Why don't you say you're gay, brother?
Yeah, that's what I said as well. But wraps the ball well. Why is he a Christmas elf?
Lee, aren't you going to do that while you're gay?
I don't even understand what it means, wrap the ball well. But all you need to read is the last sentence. I need to watch more. He admits he hasn't even watched it.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. You are a transgender.
What shows that I'm gay?
You are a transgender, yes, and you're a gay rights activist and an outspoken lesbian, homosexual. How can I describe you?
He's definitely Ben, bruv. Yeah, and this is the point there. I need to watch more. Bro, these are the people that make out they're watching the Premier League game after Premier League game. They're watching every fucking footballer in the entire world. But you need to watch more. Why? I thought you watched all the Prem games. These people only watch Arsenal games. That's it. Yeah, and they'll watch the odd Super Sunday.
Yeah.
They'll watch the odd Super Sunday game and they'll just watch Arsenal. They don't watch these other leagues.
No.
They don't watch these other leagues.
Do they watch Arsenal?
It wouldn't surprise me if half the time they didn't know.
Because after a lot of these people talk complete and utter bollocks about Arsenal games, I'm thinking, I've seen them. And I've seen their bullshit. And I've seen some of their followers come in my chat, your chat. And I'm thinking, did you actually watch the game?
They don't. They followed the ball round, Jez. They didn't watch the game. They followed the ball.
It's a different game to what I've watched. I had some melt come into when we lost at St. James's Park in the Carrier Bag Cup semi-final, 2-0. It was a great performance from Arsenal.
Jesus Christ.
Great performance. We lost 2-0. We were crap. Be honest with it. Stand up. Show some bollocks, man.
Yeah.
You know, it is your football club. Well, you like to make out it's your football club. I dispute that. You know, I'm not afraid to say when Arsenal is shit, they're shit.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it all my life, and I've seen some pretty crap Arsenal teams. Right? So at the end of the day, be honest with yourself. Because to me, all you're doing is lying to yourself. You're trying to make it out that you're the big, I'm not going to use the term because I hate it, right? But when you're crap, you're crap. Yeah?
Yeah.
When we lost, you know, against, in the semi-final against Tottenham, 91, we were shit. And I said to other fans, we're shit. And all the fans I was with at Wembley, I said, we're shit. And they all agreed, yeah, we were shit. Tottenham were better on the day.
Overconfident in that game.
Don't be afraid to admit when your team is crap, it's crap. And I say this, I've unfortunately had to say it way too much in the last 5 years because we have got a shit club. Fact.
They can't even say it about signings, though, Ches. They can't even say the Norgard signing is crap. I mean, just say it. You'll feel better, honestly. You know what I mean? Just be honest about it. But again, they see a lot of these are they're on the payroll. They can't, though. Their hands are tied. They're on the payroll or they're looking for access, and they cannot say that Arteta's made a mistake. They won't get into press conferences and stuff like that. But there's even ones that doesn't affect them, and they still won't do it. They still won't admit that anything's bad. They come in and say after that Newcastle game that oh, what a performance. It was the same with Christian Sutcliffe when he was on. We were on, I think it was Dan Potts, and he said to me at DJB, we were saying about how it was a clown show this season and stuff like that. And he said, "Oh yeah, but what about how good the football was this season, right?"
What?
And you can't even argue with that anymore. You can't even. You just have to go, come on, man. There's just no.
He thinks that's good football. That's
what he said, and then. But then because it's not a sort of a tangible thing like a stat, he can just keep saying that's what he thinks, and you can't really say, well, you can say like you're wrong, but it's such a ridiculous thing to say because then we said name off the games that have been great without naming these, and we named off the sort of 5 big results we had. He couldn't. There was nothing left. There was nothing left for him. But when you're saying stuff like that, you go, I can't waste my breath arguing with you because that's just a ridiculous statement to make. My missus supports Arsenal. And she's like, oh, she's dreading the new season of the football so bad. I'm shitting it, man. You know what I mean? That it's going to be terrible. And I'm like, it is terrible. We sit there just going, what the fuck? What is going on here? And she was top gooner up until about 3 or 4 months ago. She was top gooner.
Hoof the ball.
And she changed, yeah. But I saw her then when I think it was
football.
Brentford when Kivior started, or sorry, Zinchenko started. And I turned around and saw her going. So Odegaard was coming on. I turned around and saw her with her head in her hands and said, because she was putting up for him before that. She goes, no, I can't put up for him anymore. Can't put up for him anymore. But like, I mean, when they're just afraid to admit it, they're afraid to admit anything, and you just go, that's why the club is stagnating, because we keep accepting these horrible standards. So when I'll finish here, Jess. Sorry, when Nelson put in the chat saying to me, "Oh, sorry, lad, but AFTV don't affect transfers." No, but they affect the level. These are not just them, but these channels affect the level of the club that we can only get these transfers. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why I'm always going for these people, because if they keep lowering the standard,
they're seen all around the world as like, and they're the biggest YouTube channel.
Perception of the club is
people that live in other countries around the world see them as they go to games. Yeah, they're in the stadium.
Londoners.
They're from that part of the world.
Everything's fine.
And everything's fine. So then when they see people like us, they go, no, you lot are just fucking negative, mate. You even Arsenal fans, you're Spurs fans. Yeah, that's the problem we have with them. Yeah, because the public perception around the world, majority, will go to that channel and go, bang, who's this? Oh, shit. So let's say somebody's not got social media, and they want to set up a social media. Then they want to start following Arsenal accounts. Well, they're going to see that. Fucking hell, they got nearly 2 million subs. They're massive. Yeah, they'll go on that. Then they start watching it. Then, okay, that's what everyone's saying in the stadium. Get out of here, man. It's bullshit. Go on, Jezza. Sorry, mate.
No. I was just going to say, I caught the last 15 minutes of a stream today when I got back home. And it was that split half from California. Jess knows F all. Right? And she's making out. She's making out that Norgard is not a bad signing.
Oh, yeah.
Of course she will. She's got to still try and get the tickets into these American sports events. Can't keep sucking everything off, isn't she?
And I'm like, I've given up commentating on your channel because I won't anymore. I don't subscribe to it. It just pops up in my algorithm now and again. And there's people watching her. And I'm like, this woman's got 20-something thousand subscribers. For what?
So they want to get stuck up, Jez.
Maybe 20% of them, yes.
Absolutely nothing about Arsenal. And she gives it all the big large. And when I have commentated to her, right, I've asked her pertinent questions that she should know about Arsenal. Oh, I don't need to know that. Now, this is the sad factor, people, right? I'm not saying everybody should be an expert on Arsenal Football Club. I'm not saying that. But at least you should know the basics of the club.
Yep.
Right? I sent a very simple question. She made out on a stream some time back, right, that she'd been supposedly, I think it's complete bullshit myself, right, to Highbury. Now, whether she meant she'd been to a game or whether she'd been to Highbury per se, so I said, do you remember the road where North Bank is? And she went, I don't need to know that. I said to her, do you know where Arsenal Tube Station is then? What do you mean? I said, well, if you've been to the North Bank, I'm not saying she'd been to a game, I'm not saying that. But if you've been and seen the old Highbury ground as it is now, you'd know where Arsenal Tube is. No, I didn't go that way. I thought, you fucking wanker. You absolute arsewank. You know what I mean? Anybody that walks up Gillespie Road can see Arsenal Tube Station. You know what I'm saying? And
they're serial liars, Jess. They're wafflers.
They are lying through. She's lying. She's a lying little split ass. And I'm thinking, I've ruined her so many times, man, because at the end of the day, it don't make out you want to talk to me about Arsenal. And then she tries to cut me down. I'm like, nah, I can't be bothered with you, be honest.
Yeah, all these people are the same, Joes. Yeah, they're all in it for that, whilst lying through their teeth. How do we even know half of these people support Arsenal? How do we even know that? You know, they've gotten on to the fact that, oh shit, we can get into the mainstream media out of this. That's what they want. They only want to get in the mainstream media.
I think it's got to be the Fluers thing, isn't it? Because
nobody had ever heard of it before then.
Because he's a closet Arsenal fan, obviously. He's always on about them. So, you know, it's a disgrace, man. It's become an embarrassment and a disgrace.
Yeah, but this is the thing as well, yeah. Tony says it. If you question them, you find out instantly. Yeah, and this way you have to do it when you're on streams with them. Yeah,
that's why they rarely
Except it highlights it straight away. Yeah, you sit on a stream with any of these people and just ask them a basic Arsenal question.
Yeah,
anything. Yeah, start them trying to explain the process. Yeah, and you have to do it on streams, and I've done it. So many of these fucking people. Yeah, listen, I don't know everything about Arsenal. Yeah, I'm sure Jez doesn't know everything about Arsenal. Yeah, but at the same time, I don't think there's anybody that would know everything about the club. Yeah, but the fact of reality is, don't be sitting there like a pompous cunt, chatting shit to people like us that don't like this manager while you're lying through your teeth. And we know you're lying. Unfortunately for them, yeah, their lies are just getting more and more outrageous.
Yeah.
The buzzwords are becoming more and more. The fact that now we're sitting here and all these top gooners are gassing up Kepa and Norgard. Kepa and Norgard.
They're getting They're getting desperate. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We've been building the Rico case, like every one of us. Obviously, you started first, and obviously with Jez and Matty and Kenny Ken, all big up to them. Do you know what it is? Yeah, it's people around the world. They think that being positive all the time with the club is actually loving the club.
Yeah.
So you can't be. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't be. You can't say, "Oh, this is wrong and this is right." You just have to be positive. Anything they do, think of a positive way to spin it. Norgard, he's Prem proven. Kepa, he's 5 million. Do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that's what they do. But they're following these big channels. The problem is the head of the snake are these big channels. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. If you have a following, most of them would agree with you and some of them won't. But people, the problem is that, for example, me and North went to Shoreditch. Everyone was dapping us. Everyone dapping North, yo, North. Why? Because I don't want to say it's people, it's even people here, but like it's I don't know where these people are, you know, I'll be real. The ones I don't meet them. The ones that I do meet, they're all Arteta out and they're all questioning them.
Bro, same. I was in a fucking bar on Friday, a pool place on Friday, and the geezer comes up to me and goes, "Oh, I thought it was you." Yeah, I thought it was you. I was like, Lee Gunner. I was like, "Yeah," and he goes, and he was nervous. And I was just like, "Bro, don't tell me you're Arteta in it." Yeah. He was like, "No, I want to see about next season, but you know, we should have won something by now."
On the fence.
Yeah, should have. No, yeah, well, kind of. Yeah, but then the more I spoke to him for 10, 15 minutes. He was sound as fuck, to be fair. Yeah, he's 25 years old, young lad. Yeah, but by the time 10, 15 minutes of conversation had gone past, he was basically saying, "Yeah, we'll fucking get rid of him."
Well,
yeah, and this is the thing. Yeah, people only see clips. They only see little clips, and these top gooners are out here. Where are they? Because I don't see any of them. And there's loads of people out here that are tourists. I bump into Arsenal fans every now and again.
Yeah, but Lee,
every single one I've seen, there's been pretty much, apart from one who was an English teacher in Soto Grande. Yeah, and I was swimming a couple of years ago in Benahavis River, and he goes, "You're Lee Gunner?" Yeah, I said, "Yeah, you're going to drown me then, are you?" He goes, "No." I said, "What do you think then?" He goes, "I watch your channel." He goes, "I don't agree with anything you say." Yeah, he goes, "I just like the fact that you're consistent with what you say."
Yeah,
he's a fucking English teacher, bruv, in Soto Grande, very well spoken, very posh. Soto Grande is like Fitzrovia, Belgravia. It's like really expensive area. Yeah, it's like, bro. Me and my mate that see him, this lad, the other day. Me and the same friend were in Fengarola, maybe last year. I think it was just before the year started. Fucking 3 or 4 people walking past during the course of the evening. Yeah, keep doing what you're fucking doing, Gunner. And you keep fucking telling them. Yeah, people think I make this shit up. Like if I had a body cam and recording myself all day, I could chop it up. Like. But then, like, it's not about that, bro. It's not about being recognised and all that shit. And to me, it's a bit weird that they ask for pictures, but each their own. Yeah, but at the same time, this whole positive crap is only an online thing. Fans in the stadium are not doing this fucking positive shit every single week. There's fans beating each other up in the stadium last season.
They're spending money, Lee. They're spending big money on this club. I understand. I understand every one of them. The thing is about it is, I bet a lot of, how many people walked away? You've seen it. You sometimes play the clip. How many people walked away? They were like, forget. That's it. We gave him a year, 2, 3. How long? How long? You know, some people are just like, how long? But the fact is that they will hide a video like the Timber one. They wouldn't put that out. If they put that out, people would be like, oh shit. Maybe Arteta is some con artist, you know what I'm saying? Something
why I did it.
fishy about this guy, do you know what I'm saying?
And you know what? This is how I fucking knew there was more to it than meets the eye. Is the fact it had been out for 2 days before I played it, or 2 days before I actually played it. I didn't actually know there was an actual full 15-minute fucking interview. You know? I just thought it was a sit down. That's just been put out there on written press. But the way that I then see, people twerking and tweaking with some of the, taking this paragraph out, the one before this one, and somebody in my chat, Ethan, he goes, no, there's a video. I was like, there's definitely more to this than meets the eye, mate. The fact that nobody's posting this anywhere, and the fact that they're fucking around with some of the quotes. And here we are. Yeah, he's basically telling his brothers, how the fuck am I going to play against PSG, against all these players? I'm injured and fucked. I'm absolutely fucked.
That's what AFTV took out of that interview.
We're going to get lots of players, I think. That's AFTV.
That was from that interview.
Yeah,
That's
what
they ran with. They ran with that from the Timber interview.
But he didn't say quality players, Shane. He didn't say quality players.
They ignored the whole injury thing. They ignored playing through injury. This is what they went through that whole interview, and that's the bit that they chose.
They ignored the fact that he was texting his brother saying, I'm injured, I can't walk. Sitting there in the interview saying, I went to overlap Saka in training 1 day before the game. I hadn't trained since the previous leg against PSG. Yeah,
which is crazy.
Running was okay, but slowing down really hurt. When I walked off the training ground, I had my head down. I didn't want to look at the players or the manager. And the manager said to me, look after yourself, Urian. I need you tomorrow. Then they also missed the bit where he said before kickoff, they do their warm-up. The staff saying to him, not Arteta, but the staff saying to him, if you feel something like and you don't feel 100%, well, obviously didn't, in the warm-up, we won't play her. Yeah, and he felt fucked. Yeah, they missed the bit where he was running on adrenaline. Yeah, and he thought fuck off, and he told him at half time, I'm injured in the first leg. Yeah, and we're sitting there watching that game going, what the fuck is wrong with this guy, bruv? Why is he getting cooked every time they get the ball? Well, now we fucking know. And we were saying it, when he went down, he was holding his hamstring, yeah, and he had already had a problem with his left ankle. He's holding his right hamstring. Matty goes, no, it's the other leg. Yeah, it was the heel. So he's had the hamstring that was hurting, the ankle, and now the heel. And then he went in the dressing room. He went in the fucking dressing room, yeah, and this after the back of an ACL that he's done, by the way, yeah, from a year later. He went in the dressing room and he said, I can barely walk. I can barely walk. And they were like, come on, let's go, guys. Let's go, guys. He goes, I can barely walk. I don't know how. He said his words, his direct fucking quote was, I don't know how I'm going to make the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah. His words on camera. Why ain't nobody taking this and put that everywhere? It's a snide cunts, mate. That's why.
Yeah.
That's the game. That's the game when Ben White had his bib off to come on 70 minutes and Arteta made him sit back down for another 10. Why on earth did you just keep flogging this guy? And that's what I'm saying about AFTV. The AFTV took that about transfers. They intentionally ignored or they buried the rest. They buried the rest of it. Zippy, Semiyu dismissed it. Dismissed that interview in one sentence. Mr. Waffle, and big up to Mr. Waffle and Mr. Battard, were in his chat for days going, cover the interview. Why don't you cover the Timber interview? And he said, I'll have a look at it. Finally got him to reply in the comments. Why haven't you covered the Timber interview? Because it doesn't suit your narrative. I read it. He was injured. I read it. He was a bit sore and he had to play. That's it. You know what I mean? So he just dismissed it in 2 sentences.
And when he went down and he was holding that hamstring, and Matty said, no, it's the other leg they're looking at. He didn't walk. He had to walk off to come back on.
Yeah.
My man's fucking radioed through to the bench, right? He walks off. He pulls his t-shirt up to wipe the sweat off his face. Yeah, Arteta didn't even ask him if he's okay. Just blah, 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 doing tactics and all of this and that to him. It's like, can people not see this? Are we actually going crazy here?
Yeah, I called it 2 months before, over and over again, and said Timber's injured. He's clearly injured. He's going to drop. We were all saying that Timber's not right. He's not right. We can see it just from looking at him on a screen. This guy gets physios telling him he's going to go down injured. He's going to go down injured. They ignore it all the time. What about Ben White? What about Arteta's own words saying he needed surgery for the first 3 months of the season on his knee? Why don't they question him? Why don't they say, well, why are you doing this? Even the grade 3 hamstrings, 3% of hamstrings are grade 3. We had three of them in 1 year. It cannot be a coincidence. Oh, it's the tin squad. He bought the squad. He paid for the squad. Why did it? The main things that these guys use to defend them are why I want them sacked. You know what I mean? These are the things that they come and defend him with. Oh, the refs, the red cards. He caused them with his dark arts. The injuries. He caused them. Why are we defending him with things that he caused? Things that he should be sacked for.
Because when the dark arts work, Shane, they wouldn't say anything. When the dark arts work, they wouldn't say anything. But when the dark arts, because there's pros and cons in everything you do. Do you know what I'm saying? The cons are sometimes you'll get a red card for dark arts. Yeah. You had a squad. Why did you send half of them on loan? Why didn't you keep them? They're your players. Why'd you send them all on loan? None of them are good enough. Why don't you trust? We're drawing against the team. 10 minutes to go. It's gone. The game's gone. Why wouldn't you put Sterling on? So why did you buy Sterling on in the first place? Now Sterling has someone else's place, which we could have used. Do you know what I'm saying? These little things in football, they play a big part. See, you created this team. It's not us. It's you wanted these players. You ate 750 million, and this is the best you can get. It's talent ID. It doesn't matter how much money you get. There's people that inherit money and fuck it all up, and there's people that inherit money and they go and do a lot and be creative and go far in life because they know how to use it. It doesn't matter because most of them, even if we give you more money, you're gonna fuck it up. You've already started. Kepa, Norgard. Do you know what I'm saying? Even if we give you more money, it's not about the money. It's not about what did they tell you in January? Oh, the board didn't back him. What? The board didn't back him. How much backing did you want? 750 not to get you a Carabao Cup. 750 not to get a Carabao Cup, bro. So how much does he need to get a Carabao Cup? 850, 900? What the fuck, man?
It's annoying, man.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Lee, 750 can get you a Carabao Cup. I'm sorry. It can get you a couple of cups. Any decent manager.
Go on, Jezza. Go on.
Didn't last year, though, Rashid, did it? Respect for your comment, mate. You bang on with it. But after all the money this man has spent, we couldn't get past Newcastle United to get to the Carrier Bag Cup final.
But don't worry, we made the Champions League semi, Jez, so be happy.
Yeah.
No, I'm not happy with it, Lee, to be honest. When you've done what this manager's done with all his money, I expect success. Right? Let's if we go back, right, and look what Arsene Wenger spent when he got us to a Champions League final, nowhere near in comparison. Nowhere near. And this manager, right, now wants to spend more money on players that really aren't worth the bother. What are we doing? Where are we going here? It's embarrassing. And
that's true.
I'm going to say it right now. Yeah, I'm happy for this manager to do this. If it means we get him out sooner, good luck. Because Arteta, your time is done. You've proven you ain't good enough. Yeah, leave pretty damn quick because you are destroying this once great football club. I had somebody say to me the other day that we are still the third biggest club in English football. I don't believe we are. I would say we're probably fourth.
Debatable, isn't it?
It is debatable. It is debatable, Rashid.
On trophies, we are. But Man City and Chelsea are that close behind us.
Well, on trophies we are, but on performance we're certainly not, mate. Not in the last 5 years. We ain't done nothing. You know, we're coming now into our 6th season with this man. Well, December will be the 6th season with this clown. Do you honestly think that we're going to be challenging by Christmas? I don't think we will.
Oh, shit.
I reckon we'll be sitting probably 5th, 6th.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
We're going to defend our way.
Let me grab these super chats real quick. Big up to Scotty. He put this in ages ago as well. That was before Rashid jumps on. Big up 3 legends. Big up to you, Scotty. Bless up, brother. But you're the legend. And big up to Danny as well. To spend all season glazing party impressors, knowing he was never going to re-sign him. Serial liar and waffler. That comment right there is absolutely fucking spot on. Yeah, and people are sit there on streams with us and says, "Oh, well, it's not down to Arteta to pay him what he wants." Yeah, that's not down to him. Okay, cool. Well, we had Cole Hind, who had a whole season on loan at Valladolid. Oh, but they got relegated. Yeah, they did get relegated, but he was one of their better players. He stopped them conceding about 150 goals. Yeah, and hello, I actually watch it. Yeah, and he had a good season. And you know that I'm quick to fuck
Ramsdale got relegated and Arteta signed him.
Facts.
There we go. That's a great point. Yeah, not only that, right? We could have kept him. That saves us 5 million to not buy Kepa, plus the wages, which is reportedly roughly around the 100 grand, 75 to 100 grand mark. So why don't you just give fucking Party the Kepa money? The Kepa money. Let's say it's 100 grand for 2 years for Kepa, yeah? Right? Now, 5 million over 2 years. Yeah, that's 150 grand a week. That'd cost over 5 years, yeah? Sorry, over 2 years for Kepa. 150 grand a week for the fee and the wages for 2 years, yeah? Cool. Fantastic. We'll give that to Party then. Give that to Party.
That's if he wanted more, Lee. There's no proof that he wanted more.
There ain't no proof.
No proof
it just sounds good though, doesn't it? Some top gooner somewhere said,
make it out that he's
put it out, he's made out he wants more money and he's greedy. Yeah, this manager sat in press conferences sucking him off all season and now he's letting him walk for free.
He said earlier in the season at the start.
Oh, Jorginho scored yesterday.
So he showed he was our best midfielder. He was our best midfielder. But Arteta said, I think it was October, in a press conference, will Partey get a new contract? If he proves he can stay fit for the whole season, he'll get a new contract. He held up his end of the bargain. He stayed fit all season.
Yeah.
And Arteta just ignored him. He never wanted to keep him. Never wanted to keep him.
He's full of shit, bro. These players fucking hate him. I'm telling you right now. The problem is they can't come out on social media and say it.
Kim Jong-un. Jong-un.
They can't. Yeah. Even if they... I guarantee you now, yeah? Right? I guarantee you right now, I don't know whether Arsenal will fucking authorise that interview that Simba did the other day. I guarantee fucking Arteta's fuming about that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but in the back of his head, he's probably thinking, fuck, not many people have seen it. Yeah, thank fuck for that.
Do you remember, we caught this on your show. Your show. End of season, last game at the Emirates. Right? That guy is on your... You've got the clip of it. Guy walking out. No thanks. Fuck this. Bollocks.
Oh, yeah, this one. Yeah. Let me play that. That's a good clip.
Play that again, man. And let's have a look at it, shall we?
This is some match-going fans, guys. So apparently, it's only online fans like us, 4 on screen, that don't like this manager. But I'll play this one first.
The point is...
Go on, Jezza. Sorry, mate. Go on.
No, when you play that, when they're calling Arteta up, right? Oh, yeah, give me all the big one. How many of the Arsenal players clap him?
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
I'll play this first. This is fans walking out on the last day of the season. Last season just ended. And this is Super Duper Mick coming on to the microphone to tell us that nobody else in the world could have done better than him.
No, fuck off. I'm off. No, thank you. Fuck him.
Look at all the empty seats there already.
Yeah, because they'd all walked out. One player clapped him, Kieran Tierney.
Yeah, player who treated like absolute shit.
Yeah, and if I play that again, yeah, watch Jorginho. Watch Jorginho stand there with his arms folded. Didn't clap him. Yeah, watch Jorginho. Jorginho scored yesterday. I'll play it one more, yeah.
No, fuck off. I'm off. No, thank you. Fuck him.
Wasn't exactly like the rousing report that Arsene Wenger got when he left the Emirates after all the years, and the fans, and even though I was an Arteta outer, right, I did applaud him, but at least the players, well done.
Yeah, but even the end of season ones, Jezza, back then, even if we had a fucking shit show of a season, it weren't like that.
No.
The players had respect for Wenger. None of them respect this manager, mate. They respect that. They respect the money. That's it. Yeah, Jorginho looks like he's fuming. Odegaard's laughing his bollocks off, going, "Well, I've fucking got away with it again, haven't I?" Yeah, but I'm telling you now, right? These players, I'm convinced. I'd love to be a fly on the wall in some of their group chats or in their fucking.
They're cussing him.
Yeah,
they're cussing him, Lee. Because think about it, even the players that are on the bench, they barely get minutes. He doesn't even know how to rotate the team that he bought. Do you get me? That's the thing about it. I think it's done. I think it's done for him. I think the whole players are just doing because it's North Korea. Let's be honest. At Arsenal right now, it's North Korea.
Sorry to cut him. Man said you got no idea. Well, educate me then. If they're saying I've got no idea, then how about you tell me then, mate? Because let's be real with it. You've chatted this shit a couple of times in my comments this evening. Yeah. So how about you tell me instead of just saying you got no idea, bro? You're probably about 14 from Timbuktu, bro. Shut up. Nobody cares, brother. How about you say something that's actually fucking gonna make me go, oh, actually, I never thought of that, or fuck off. It's pretty fucking simple. Man said, let me on the stream. That's probably Tim's on a burner account. Okay, cool. We've got there in the end. Tim's on a burner account, so I can tell you a new one, bro. The only thing you're tearing, bro, is your fucking. I'm not going to say that.
Your sphincter. Your sphincter.
I was going to say something. I'm going to behave myself. Fucking idiot. What is wrong with these people, man? Yeah, these men chat absolute shit. And the fact that he said, let me on the streams, I can tear you a new one. 100% you're a teenager, mate, and you don't live in the UK. So how about go suck your dusty mum with a dusty McDonald's straw? How about that? Yeah, the way you guys talk on the internet, I know exactly roughly where you are in the world. Yeah, you chat shit, bruv. Nailed on. You ain't living in the UK. 100%. I don't. It's gone anyway. It's been blocked. Yeah, the way these people talk on the internet, you know where they're from. It's like the guy that was
you
on
could tell. You could tell.
Yeah, bro.
You could tell.
Nobody in England goes, "Oh, let me on so I can tell you." And nobody's ever going to say that in England, bruv. It's like when people call it the EPL. I know you don't live. I know you live abroad. Nobody in England calls it the EPL. They call it Premier League, mate.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, the only thing he's tearing is a blood vessel when he's knocking one out to the picture of Arteta on the ceiling, mate. Yeah, I get out of it, man. Yeah, little internet gangsters, bruv. I never see any of these in real life, by the way. But it is what it is, isn't it? Yeah, he'd love to tear me a new one, wouldn't you? Why are you gay, bruv? Like, real talk. Let me on so I can tear you a new one, bruv. I'm not bent, but if you are, good luck to you. Ain't my cup of tea, though, bruv.
Why are you gay?
Weird, isn't it?
I love that interview. I swear, I love that interview.
They like to make out they're the big tough hard boy. Yeah, I mean that other melt that was in here earlier, Nelson, right? He called me out. He wanted to go toe to toe with me last week, and I said,
right, he did. I was saying it was on this channel, wasn't it?
Huh?
Was it on this channel?
No, it was on mine. And I said, right, first of all, fella, you say you live in Woolwich. It's actually spelt Woolwich.
Woolwich.
WOOLWICH. It's not spelt Woolwich.
I think he supports Liverpool. I don't think he even supports Arsenal.
Well, I said, well, if you're going to tell me you live in Woolwich and you want to go toe to toe with me, I said, fair enough, man. But at least learn to spell it right, because obviously if you are from Woolwich, then you'd know how to spell Woolwich. I mean, these guys are crazy, man. They are absolutely crazy. They like to give it out the big one, and then when you call them out, And what did he do? He ran away again. I mean, come on, man. Grow up. You know?
But this is the internet for you, mate. That's why I find it funny.
Wankers,
Because the reality ain't it. How many times have you been in Shoreditch?
Man,
We're
Bare time.
We're Northside. How many times have you had an dickhead chat shit to you?
Zero.
How many times have you been, oh yeah, I love what you do on your channels. I see you on yours. I see you on Lee's. I see you on Northside.
It's getting bigger and bigger, Lee. That's all I can say. The army's getting bigger and bigger. That's all I can say. Some people are even like, I was Arteta in, but do you know what I'm saying? Now, because I was talking to a couple of them.
Yeah, Yasser was there as well. None of them. Yasser's seen it live and direct. He's been there as well, bruv. None of them.
Even the match-going fans had enough. People that put money in this club, Lee, you saw. There's a lot of them. By the end of the season, we're the 80%. By the end of the season, we're the 80%.
100% agree with that. Yeah, man, big up Yasser, man. He said Rashid and I were shocked. There you go. You don't need to be shocked, bruv. Most of these people are in line for their team for 5 fucking years. Yeah, because the hope, they want him to be good. They hope he can be good. Well, guess what? I've been saying everything I fucking want to say based off of what I've been watching. If we play well, cool. If the captain plays well, I'll praise him. If he plays shit, fuck him. He's getting cussed. Yeah, it's called fucking accountability, guys. That is, it's accountability and standards. People say, oh, availability is the best ability. Oh, really? Well, Kivior's been fit all season and he's shit, mate.
Yeah.
Availability is the best ability. Not if the player's shit, it ain't. Accountability is the best ability, and that is something that's lacking, not just at Arsenal, but most of these Premier League clubs. You got the Brentford CEO, I think he is, talking on a Sky Sports interview today, saying, Norgard, he's earned the right to go and try and win trophies. Well, why don't you go and fucking buy players to win trophies at Brentford, you spaz? How about that? Why are Big Team interested in winning? None of them are at Brentford. They're not interested in winning. They're not interested in Brighton at winning trophies. I'm not interested in fucking most of these clubs that winning trophies. All they're there for is the maximum amount of money.
Sustainable.
Yeah? And then just making a profit. The owner of Brentford, I think, is worth about 30 million quid. They sold Ivan Toney for more than that.
You remember back in the day, there was always one baller in every team.
Yeah.
They always had a baller.
Minimum.
At least.
Yeah.
But now they're created they're just selling clubs. That's all it is. It's just split now. And the clubs that went big like us. The clubs that went big like us, Shane and Jezza, they're the ones that got affected. Because now it's a worldwide perspective. It's not just, do you know what I'm saying? It's big. It's big. And these guys listen to AFTV and they think they're the truth. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the be all and end all,
There's no account because they invested so much in Arteta. It's too late to turn back. You know, if you have shareholders and you present an idea for them and they go on with it with you and you've just invested so much time and you can't go back. You can't just turn around and say, hey, you know what? I was wrong. Well, you should do that. That's accountability in itself. But they wouldn't.
Yeah.
They wouldn't, Shane. They invested too much.
But that's what happens with cults as well, Rashid. I've watched a lot of documentaries and stuff on cults and read books. That there's a lot of people that have been in cults and they've thought that the leader is the second coming or whatever it may be. And then when it gets to the point near the end, when they start to realize, oh God, this guy's a scumbag, that they're so invested mentally in it that the thought of facing the reality that this guy isn't the second coming is worse than having to walk away. You know what I mean? So they can't. They just stay with it and go, no. Maybe I was right at the start. And they cling on to that little shred of hope and they end up in a burning building with the DEA outside. You know what I mean? And Kool-Aid. And it to a lesser extent that these guys are like. But we're talking about these mutant channels and the gals and all of them all the way through. They've had it far too easy for far too long. They've had it far too easy. It was only Lee, Northside, Jezza, and
Kenny, Matty,
and DJP and Kenny didn't have a channel. They were the only ones calling these guys out, and they were doing it all on their own. But now there's you, me, Aaron, Views, Carl, there's Kyle, Walsh. There's a lot more coming along now that are willing to call these guys out. So when Lee and Northside and Jezza couldn't be on every panel, when these guys, so they had free panels all the time. A lot of the time they go on, and now that there's more of us, that we can, the good chance that one of us will be on with them. Aaron will be on Never a Foul or something, calling these lads out. They've had it far too easy, and now they're rattled, man. They're absolutely rattled because they're getting called out. They used to lie, and I saw one with a gal on a panel with Lee and Dan Potts and stuff like that. I think it was Troops, and he just straight out lied and said, "Oh well, Havertz was on 350 a week at Chelsea," and they're like, "Oh, no, he wasn't. He was on 200 grand a week." Why? But he would have been able to say that before, and nobody would stop him. You know what I mean? They take it, and then the people watching would take it as gospel because he said it. You know what I mean? So they've never had it before where they're getting caught out like this, and they're getting it from all angles now, and that's why they're getting really desperate, and that's why they're saying things like Norgard is a search and destroyer and Kep is cheap. They never mention his wage, Rashid. Why don't they ever mention his wage? That it's 100 grand a week. He's getting paid more than Ederson at City. They don't mention his wage because it doesn't suit the narrative. Where you watch them now with Sesko and Gyökeres, whatever the public perception is, i.e. Sky Sports or whoever is saying that whoever we're closest to getting, it was Gyökeres or it was Sesko at the start of the summer. They were all saying Sesko's a better fit. You know, he's a better fit for the project. Then it swung back to Gyökeres, who we wanted from the start. Everybody just said, get Gyökeres. When it swung back to Gyökeres, and Gyökeres is the better one. Yeah. Then when it goes back to Sesko again, when
he's tall. He's 21.
They never make up their mind. But if you look at our channels from the very start, we've said, just get Gyökeres. We never change. We never change our opinion. They'll change it to suit what they think is going to happen. So if they think that it's going to be Sesko, they go, I have to back this manager. I have to get ready to back him. So I'm going to say, your man, Moneypenny came out and said, when the rumors about Madueke started a month ago, he had a Twitter thing where he said, I've said for ages Madueke's a top player. You know, I think he just needs a club that will give him freedom. And why? Come on, man. I mean, it's Madueke. Like, it's a walking joke. And he's
would Arteta give you freedom, Shane? Would Arteta give you freedom?
Exactly.
You're not getting freedom. And this Eze deal, if Eze comes to Arsenal, they're going to be like, look at the player we bought, blah, blah, blah. It's not enough. Even if you bring Eze, it's not enough. And then you play him in the left wing, and then our whole midfield is stale. Rice and Odegaard and Zubimendi, stale midfield. What we should be doing, because Arteta at the end of the season, what did he say? He said creativity. We lack creativity. Yeah? Where are the signings that solve our biggest problem, which was low blocks and mid blocks? We're forgetting it. We're forgetting why we lost last season. We're forgetting why we didn't win anything. It was the low block and mid blocks. Man United beat us like that. Pardon me. Man United beat us like that, and Newcastle beat us like that. The same way, the same style. Arteta obviously clocked it, but at the end of the season, he said, "The creative, where are they? Where is the creativity? Where's the money anyway? How come City have all the money to spend? You know why? Because they sell." And today I was watching something on Insta. They sold about I think it was the 10 years since the Arabs took over, the 15 years, I don't know how long, but about 600 million or 700 million of selling players. Do you know how much ours is? Have we even sold? Can we sell players? You know, in order to sell the player, you need a manager that actually plays the players, and then other teams watch them, and then they like them, and then they buy them. They value them for that amount that you want. The thing is that we're asking for a certain amount, and all the clubs are like, you know what? He's getting 130. We can't give him 130 a week. We don't think that he's a player of 130 a week. Do you know what I'm saying? And you can't blame him. So now we can't sell or buy. Have we sold anyone? Have we sold anyone apart from Tavares? Was obviously that one, because Tavares blow. He was doing well.
It was done already, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he was doing well.
He did really well over there. Yeah,
he did really well. Yeah.
He was assist leader in Serie A just before Christmas. I think he was the assist leader over there. He didn't finish there, but he was balling.
He was kind of like a winger, isn't it?
Yeah, he was playing sort of wing back and winger sometimes. But which is why didn't we bring him back from loan when we were crippled with injuries at Christmas? You know what I mean, play him at the wing, but that's for another story. But the thing with you were saying about the wages is, if we're trying to offload Zinchenko, you know, there's talk of Milan saying you have to knock 5-10 million off so we can pay his wage. We can't get rid of him. But like you said, the last sort of 7-8 games of the season when the league was gone, Berta should have been saying to him, I want you playing Zinchenko in the 10. Look what happened with Kivior by mistake. Again, everything that happened for this manager was by mistake. He came in, he did okay for a few games, but before the Gabriel injury, we were saying we'd be lucky to get 15 million for Kivior. After he plays 7-8 games in a row and does okay, we're going, oh, we might get 25, 30 million for him. That's how it works. That's how business works. But Bertha should have been saying, I want you to play these guys we're going to sell. You better play them and hope that they get a song out of them so we can sell them. But he doesn't think that way. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about the club losing money. That's why he just throws them out on loan. That's why he makes it publicly known that he doesn't want them. Not by coming out and saying it, but the way he freezes them out. You know what I mean? I had someone say to me today, oh, we need to sign an overlapping left back. And I went, what, like Kieran Tierney? Oh, Kieran Tierney was unreliable. I said he was one of the most reliable players we had. Oh, but injuries. I said, was he injured last season? Oh, well. Yeah, come on. Jog on, mate. Jog on.
Because there was games where we didn't have to play. For example, we didn't have to play Partey and Rice. You don't have to play Partey and Rice against Leicester and these teams. With all due respect, of course, these teams, you don't have to. There's games where you didn't need to play Saka. You could have played Ethan there and brought up his value. Other teams would be like, oh, you know what? Like Skelly, for example. I know for a fact if we wanted to sell Skelly right now, and you said it yesterday, I think, 40 million, we would get 40 million for him. You know why? Because he played games. They actually watched him.
Easily. And this is the thing there, right? You could easily sell Ethan. I don't know how long he's got left on his contract. You could easily sell Ethan for about 30 mil right now. Yeah, because even though he's not played that many games, you could still sell him for 30 million because people always want forward players. Every team wants forwards. And you can mold him. He's still young. He's 17. Maybe he's 18
got good
now.
Numbers, Lee. He's got good numbers.
And he's got a good shot on him. Yeah, you can coach him. And I was saying this on a show earlier, right? What player was I talking about? The lad, that's it, Rodrigo Mora, who plays for Porto. He's 17 years old and he's just running rings around people in midfield. Right? Somebody is going to buy that guy. Do not go to the Prem. I know he's never going to see this, but do not go to the
Madrid.
Because now what you need is for the player to go from 17, because we were talking about Noni Madueke. Yeah, Madueke's 23, and I was like, the bro, he's dusted. He's never going to get much better than he is, if better at all. Yeah, because he's so robotic in what he's doing, and so fucking. You can have a different manager in there, but he's got to a certain age where he will get maybe better under a different coach, but he's not going to hit the heights that people might think he will. With a 17-year-old player, that bit between 17 and 23, is where you really fucking develop because now you're in the first team. All the coaching, all the bullshit, and in the youth teams and all that's fantastic.
Now, Pedri going to Barca. Pedri went to Barca at 7. Like Pedri going to Barca, he was what, 17 when he went to Barca.
Yeah, when he left. Where was he? Las Palmas. Yeah.
Killer.
And now look at him. Yeah, and this is the thing. Between 17 and 23, you develop way, way more than you will from 23 to 29.
Yeah.
You might be a little bit more cute with your passing when you're a bit older. Yeah. And a little bit more like read the game a little bit better. But you only have a certain level of ability. Let's just be real with it. You're not all of a sudden going to turn into a fucking world beater.
There's a ceiling, yeah.
Yeah, we're architects. That's what it is. We're architects. We know this.
Do you know what it is about Madueke? What do they tell you, Lee? I just wanted to say it. They tell you that he needs freedom. Isn't it? Prem proven he needs freedom. But Arteta ain't going to give you freedom. First of all. And second of all, you ain't getting a game. Because you can only play in Odegaard's place and Saka's place. You're not getting a game. You're just simply not getting a game. You'll be getting 30 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 10 minutes here, and you won't really watch the player because we play our 11 players every game because he's scared. One player out of that system, everything tumbles. Dominoes effect. You've seen it so many times. Do you know how many times we've lost games under Partey when Partey doesn't play? Do you know how many games? Nearly 40% of the games.
Oh, but his legs are gone now, Rashid. His legs are gone now.
Shit.
Yeah, apparently just overnight. Yeah, now
like a peach in a fruit bowl, man. He went off overnight, man.
Yeah, he's gone a little bit off key. Like Jez, just like this is a Tottenham fan. Big up, Graham. Yeah, to me, it looks like Arteta just wants to improve the bench. In fact, before you come back on that, I've got a super chat I'm going to read out quickly. Good morning, Lee. Big up to Maurice Frostler. Bless up, brother. Big up all the Aussies in the chat. Good morning, Lee and the panel. United fan there. Enjoy your shows with the OGs. Both our clubs are washed. We can't sign proper players. Pisses me off. Love from Melbourne. Bless up to you, bro. And it is sad. It is very sad because both our clubs used to be great. We used to have standards. We used to have a fan base or fan bases that weren't infested. But yeah, bless up to you, brother. But yeah, Jez, what do you reckon to that? It looks like he just wants to improve the bench.
Well, it looks like it, that, doesn't it, really? We're not looking to actually improve the first team 11 on the park. And it's a worry again, isn't it? I mean, the thing is, Lee, it's not the first time we've seen this, let's be fair. And I'm still not seeing any of these signings coming in at this time in the morning. But hey, did I not say that? But no, being serious, man. Yeah, it's bullshit. This manager is pure bullshit. You know, he only wants players that will not say anything to him. They will just go along with what he wants to do, not actually go toe-to-toe with him. I think that's a good term. You know, they won't go toe-to-toe with him and say, no, you're talking bollocks, mate. We had a few of them.
Yeah.
And it didn't work out. Yeah. Aubameyang obviously did that, and he did well.
Ozil, another one. Although Ozil left for other reasons.
But
Gendouzi.
at the end of the day, he just said, no, fuck you, mate. I ain't playing for you. And I still say, Lee, Shane, Rashid, the problem we've got is that nobody wants to come and play for Arteta. They know he's an arrogant crap arse. And they're just saying, right now, there's players in this Club World Cup, right? Yeah. Yeah, there's players out there that could potentially Arsenal might be looking at. But these people, I've said this for 2 bloody years, right? These players talk in their group chats, as you said, Lee. They talk, they're friends, they're mates. They associate with each other, especially in the summertime. They go off to the best holiday locations in the world, have a great time, and they talk.
And international duty as well, when they're meeting up with other teams players.
And look, you know, I am convinced that when Aubameyang pissed off from Arsenal, right, and we were looking at other players, he's going to say, no, don't go play there, mate. The guy's a complete melt. I'm not saying that's the terms he said, but it'd be words to that effect. Don't bother going there, Arsenal, mate. Don't bother about it.
Mm.
And this is where we're at now. We don't have the attraction as Arsenal Football Club anymore. We used to be able to attract the players. And I know people keep saying, oh, Jez, you live in the past. You live in the past. Yes, but I'm talking facts here. We used to get the best of the best. Because we would say, do you want to come play Arsenal? Yeah, okay, fair enough. We've got a great manager in the manager we've had. And we're going to, Shane and I and Kenny are going to talk about it tomorrow night, right? About the best of the best managers. Because we once had managers. Even Terry Neal could get players in.
And he could get to finals.
Yeah, he was a great manager. Let's be honest. But that's where we're at, boys.
He was Arteta in that era without getting the finals. Obviously, he won one. But how many was it? 4 in a row? And he won one.
3 cup finals, another Cup Winners' Cup, yeah.
Yeah, 4 fucking cup finals.
He wasn't financially backed either. You know what I mean?
No, that's what I'm saying. And these people don't understand it yet because they don't learn the history of our once great club. But Shane, I know you've got to shoot, mate. I know you've got to go to bed, mate. Yeah, bless up for coming on the channel.
Oh no, actually, I don't have to stay up. Funnily enough, I just got to get you ready. The fucking mother-in-law fell today and broke both her ankles. So my missus has to
wow! Oh, sorry to hear that, mate.
Just I'll have to drop her to the airport in about 3 or 4 hours, but just have to get shit ready. So I just had to stay up. But yeah, look, you know, we were meant to go to Germany in a few days for a wedding, but look, shit happens. Like I said to my missus, it's ankles, it's not heart or something, you know what I mean? It'll heal. And if it's a great tree, it'll grow back twice as strong anyway.
You're hilarious. Shout your channel, man. It's in the pinned comment as well, guys. And it's in the title. Make sure you sub to Shane's channel.
She just heard me as well. She's not too happy, but But I'll be back for the full Irish tomorrow at 10:30. I'll probably be a bit tired because I'll have about 2 hours sleep. But listen, it's got to be done. And then tomorrow night, Clean Through 1-on-1, the show I have with Views. And I'll be on with Jezza as well before that at 6, half 6, I think Jezza is 6, half 6. But be on with Jez and Kenny. Looking forward to that. And big up to Lee, obviously, for having me on. As always, big up to Jez. Big up to Rashid and the chat being absolutely brilliant. And I shall see you again. Cheers, people.
Nah, bless up, bro. Take care, mate. All the best. All the best.
Right.
Fucking hate that one. It does my head in every time. But look, even rival fans can see it. Rival club fans. Some of your greatest ever players some of your greatest ever players. See, obviously, he's not an Arsenal fan, guys. Yeah, were developed into superstars under Wenger. Under Arteta, all your players are getting worse. Look at how Saka isn't getting better. It's true. That is true. Yeah, there's so many players that we've had. Yeah, that were like, look at Thierry Henry, for example. I know he won the World Cup before we signed him. And despite everyone thinking he was shit at Juve, he weren't actually shit at Juve. Right? He was actually pretty decent. Yeah, and I've heard him on the overlap the other week talking about this. He was saying people think I was rubbish at Juventus. I wasn't rubbish at Juventus. Yeah, but I wasn't happy just sitting on the bench here and there. And, you know, I didn't get a good run of games and the manager.
And playing left wing back. It's not left wing back, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know how it is in Italy.
Yeah. And then, most of them played 5 at the back or 3 at the back and 2 wing. And he was like, I thought, nah, fuck it, I'm going to leave. He fell out with was it the manager? I think it was the manager he said he fell out with or someone. Somebody he fell out with. Yeah, and then he comes to Arsenal and we're all sitting there. We all remember it. And we were thinking, what the fuck are we signed here? What's this geezer on? Like, he can't score a fucking goal. Yeah, and then out of nowhere, bang. Why? Because Wenger fucking taught him, yo, just go and chill, relax a little bit more. Don't rush everything. Now you see these fucking players running around like crackheads, bruv, on acid or something. Like, 100 miles an hour.
Pace and power, Lee. That's
my
what
mum
it is.
said to me earlier, lads, yeah, when we were sat down the pool, my mum said to me, because who was I talking about? I said, Eze. Talk to her about Eze. So I'm going to do a stream about Eze later. Yeah, and I thought, I don't know whether to do it at 7 o'clock or whether to do it like after the first game. So 11 p.m. Yeah, well, it ended up being midnight. And because I wanted to go back to bed for a little bit, right? So then I said, what do you think to him? I said, you know who that is, didn't you? The guy who scored the cup final goal against Man City this year. She said, yeah. She goes, he's a good player, very good player. She goes, ain't a player for Arteta. Her words.
Facts.
Yeah, and I was like, I said, you know what he's going to turn into at Arsenal? I'm not even taking the piss here. And listen, I rate Eze highly. Yeah, you guys have heard me on here say it so many times. I think he's an absolute fucking baller. You know what he's going to turn into at Arsenal? Jack Grealish at Man City.
Exactly that.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to take his man on and cross the ball. Yeah, that's not really his game anyway. Yeah. Because if we play him on that left wing, yeah, that'll finish his career. And he's 27 years old.
What did he have at Crystal Palace? He had freedom. That's what he had at Crystal Palace. You're not going to have that with Arteta. Yeah. That's why Grealish, when he went City, obviously he went there. I understand why it's to win. He wanted to win trophies, which he's done. But now it's time for you to go back to a team where you have that, do you know what I'm saying? That kind of like free roam kind of, because some players are just like that. You either give them Hazard. You can't tell Hazard to track back and play that left wing that we play right now. That Martinelli left wing, hogging the touchline, barely in the box, and most of the play all going to the right. Do you know what I'm saying? What does Martinelli really do in the game apart from defending? Do you know what I'm saying? That's why
kick the ball out for Declan Rice to put under the crossbar.
Come on, man. The reason why Trossard has been a bit better than Martinelli, in my opinion, is because Trossard doesn't rely only on his pace. Trossard is a baller as well. He's a techie player. He's got tech.
Oh, but apparently he's better off the bench. Even though when we were 8 points clear, he was starting week in, week out because Jesus was out injured. But he's better off the bench. And he got player of the month. But he's better off the bench.
I don't care about them. I don't care about what they say. Trossard is a baller, and they know it. The problem is that in every team you need competition. You need a Trossard and you need a Martinelli, but a better Martinelli. Do you know what I'm saying? You need a better Martinelli. A Rodrigo. So what we do is that Rodrigo has that little run, gets us goals and assists, creates, and then, you know, there's a dry patch, right? Every player has it. That's the time when you bring in Trossard. And then Trossard hits the ground running, hopefully. Do you know what I'm saying? But you've got that create competition. And then Rodrigo's and you've got options during the game as well, Lee. During the game. Like for strikers, if you bought Sesko and Gyökeres, now you have two options. You've got someone that can drift if you want to drift, and then there's someone that's a striker, that's a poacher. It's options. The thing is that this man, but it's good what's happening. Like Jez said, let him hang himself. I'm trying to say, I think Berta's digging with him. He's digging the grave with him. You know what? Yeah, let's dig the grave together. Yeah. Let him die.
Very well said, Rashid. Very well said.
Yeah, but this comment here is the mentality of players back then. By the way, big up to Jamie season. Yeah, Thierry Henry said to the owner said after a game he wants him to go on loan, and Henry said, "Why don't you send Del Piero on loan?" Yeah. And guess what? Del Piero was a fucking baller.
He was bigger than him at that point, isn't it? He was bigger than him. Yeah, he was bigger than him.
Yeah, why don't you send Del Piero on loan? Yeah, and guess what? Thierry Henry's got a statue outside our fucking stadium. Big up to Wenger for that. Big up to Henry for that. Because I remember him saying on that as well, yeah, that he was like thinking, well, you know, I need to work harder. I need to do more. Yeah. Because if this is the levels, then I've got to go a little bit more. I've got to go. But all these players say this. Yeah, Beckham said it when he went to Real Madrid. Yeah, and we see it on the documentary he did. Yeah, and he was talking, saying, gone to Real Madrid, I'm buzzing on with all the superstars. Then I've walked in there, first training session, R9 puts me on my fucking ass and taps it in the back of the net in the little tiny goals. Then they showed the clip, and he's just sliding past. R9 just put his foot on the ball, stopped, and slid past. So it's in there. He goes, fucking hell, if this is the levels, I've got to level up here. But Beckham was an unbelievable footballer. Yeah, so he did, and he had an unbelievable mentality. Yeah, look at the way Rashid chat. We remember the fucking World Cup where he got sent off. Yeah, the fucking people want to talk about abuse to footballers and that. No, he got fucking abused, mate. Yeah, to the point they were fucking rocking up at his house. He couldn't go. They were spitting on him in the street. Yeah, they fucking every time Man United pulled up, yeah, the bus was getting bricked. Yeah, mate, he got dogs abuse, bruv. Yeah, and Fergie fucking took him under his wing a little bit, and fucking that next season, what happened? Oh, he won a treble.
Yeah, but
that's mentality. Now these players would fold if that happened.
Ronaldo's a cunt for that. Let's be honest.
Oh, he was a proper wrong, yeah, proper winking and all that fucking
laughing,
all that bullshit, laughing.
I was like,
that was the Rooney one. That was the Rooney one. That was the Rooney one.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, beg your pardon.
That's why Rooney don't like him. They don't like each other. Yeah, 100%. They do not like each other, mate. Yeah, that was Simeone, the Beckham one. Diego Simeone was the player, the Atleti manager. He was the player that got Beck sent off. Bex was a dickhead for doing it in the first place, though. Why are you even fucking doing that?
Yeah.
But they when I watched the Simeone documentary, was it on the Simeone documentary? Yeah, it was Argentina we played. Was it the Simeone documentary or the Beckham documentary? Because they actually spoke about it and met up. Because I think they swapped shirts in a game afterwards as well. Another game later down the road. Yeah, the burning effigy as well, mate. I swear, Beckham got so much abuse. It was crazy, mate. That is abuse. Yeah, fuck words on the screen.
It's not a colour thing. I get it. It's not a colour.
Yeah, it's not even words on the screen, bro. Yeah. People were fucking walking, chasing him down the road, spitting on him. Spitting on him because he got sent off in that World Cup. Yeah, trying to punch him up, trying to bully him and all that. Yeah, obviously when you're in the ground with your teammates and you're playing football, like you're getting dogs abuse anyway. Yeah, people literally everywhere he fucking went, mate. He was getting fucked up. Yeah, proper fucked up. Couldn't leave the house. Because people just wanted to weigh him in. Yeah, it was crazy, bro. And people don't remember this because it was before social media. And it's like, bro, that is mentality. Now look at him. He's probably worth about £1 billion. Yeah, owns a football club. He's fucking done well for himself.
But that's the thing about Real Madrid, Lee. Yeah, when you go to Real Madrid, you're not guaranteed that you're going to be there next season. It's not like that. There's certain goals, my friend. You don't just rock in and, you know what I'm saying, and do whatever you want. And then, you know what? Let's hope that he'll do well next season. Do you know what? Heads up onto the next. You know, there's no heads up onto the next. If you're not doing well, they put in Rodrigo on the bench. Rodrigo, one of the best players in the world, man. They're putting him on the bench.
He's better than Vinny.
Do you get me?
But Vinny has better moments.
I like Vinny. I can't lie.
I like them both. I like them both. Do you know what I don't like about Vinny? All this bullshit. Always moans at the fucking ref.
Yeah. He's a dickhead.
It's like Bruno Fernandes, like always moaning at the ref. How about just fucking doing with fucking skill and score a goal? Fuck the ref. The refs are shit for everyone. They have this play acting. To be fair, this is why refs, I do think they dig him out a little bit. Yeah, pause. Yeah,
And he likes
because
the spotlight, Lee. Let's be
he
honest.
loves
He
it.
likes the spotlight. Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
he did
Come on, and
he
do
did
you know what
the
I'm
arm
saying? They
wave
hate
inside
me.
fucking
Yeah.
20 seconds. Yeah, he loves that.
Yeah.
I want to be hated
Yeah.
thing.
Like Champions League, and he likes that. Yeah. He's
But to be fair, like here in La Liga, he gets racially abused every single fucking game, pretty much. Every away game, he's getting dogs abuse. But I'm not condoning that one bit, by the way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know you're going to get dogs abuse, so don't play up. Yeah, because you're going to wind people up and people are fucking stupid and then they'll racially abuse you. Yeah, I'm not saying it's his fault for getting racially abused for any clever dick tries fucking spinning it. Yeah, but you know you're going to get fucking abused no matter what. So how about you just run rings around everyone because you can? How about you score goals? Yeah, shut them up with that because you can't say nothing to that, can you? Can't say shit to that.
Neymar used to be cussed out, and the players on the pitch used to, you know what I'm saying, used to tackle Neymar and get stuck. Everyone was when you see Neymar's, but he did. The thing is about Neymar, he had Guardiola. When you play under Guardiola, it's a different thing. You can't just, you know what I'm saying, come in and do whatever you want. So because he learned, you know what I'm saying, 2013, did he play against for Guardiola? I don't know. No, I don't think he played. He came 2013, innit? Guardiola left by there.
Yeah, Guardiola as well got one. Yeah, Guardiola as well got one, and it was a fine.
So I'll tell you.
Sorry, it was Enrique. Yeah.
Beckham, right. This is God's honest truth. This is God's honest truth. The man is an absolute gentleman, right? My mum fell in love with David Beckham. She knows my mum.
I think most women did, Jez.
Rest in peace. She knew nothing about football, but she just loved David Beckham. And my dad, also rest in peace, had arranged a big meal at the Savoy Grill and in London, and we're having a great day, lovely day. I went out through the foyer to go to the toilet, and walking back there was David Beckham and his wife, and I went, wow. And I walked up to him, and I said, Mr. Beckham, with respect, it's my mum's 70th birthday today. She absolutely loves you as a footballer. Could I ask you to come and join us and just have a quick photograph taken with her? And he looked at me, he went, of course. And he walked through. His wife's a miserable cow, I will have to say. And he walked in. We had one of these like sort of booth type places. There was the
Look at Jez out. Go on, Jez, let's leave him. Go on, Jez.
Yeah.
No, it's me, the wife, my mum and dad. And he came around the back of it. And I said, Mum, I've got somebody to see you. And she went, and she looked, oh my, and she was like out of her world. And she said,
wow.
And everything. And
that's so sick.
He's a star, innit?
My mum's like about 5'3", and he stood there. He took loads of photographs. He sat down. My dad offered him a glass of wine. He said, "No, I've got to go," and everything. And he said to my mum, "What football team do you support, Mary?" And she went, "Whatever team you play for." And off he went.
No wonder his missus is a miserable bitch, Jez. She was jealous.
She's jealous all the time. She was jealous all the time.
I'll tell you what, she stood in that foyer, right the concierge place, and she didn't smile once.
Yeah,
and he came into the restaurant, he stood behind my mum, tapped on the shoulder. My mum looked round, she went, "Oh my God, it's David Beckham." And he came and photographed.
That's so cool, man.
He sat next to her. My dad took loads of photographs on his phone. And when the funniest point was when he went, "Who do you support, Mary?" And he went, "Whatever team you play for."
I've never met Beckham. I've never met him, but I bet he's a cool geezer. I bet he's a proper chill bloke.
I spoke probably 20 words to him. He didn't ask me, I mean, I was all suited and booted and everything. Anyway, he's an absolute gentleman. I tell you, that guy is an absolute gentleman. And it's a great occasion for my mum.
That's so nice, man. No, bless her, man. I bet she couldn't believe it, Jez.
It's pure luck, man. I literally got out to go to the loo, walked through the foyer back, and I thought, fuck man, it's David Beckham.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, but even to be there is cool. Do you know what I'm saying, Jed?
I said, look, I went up to him. I said, look, it's my mum's 70th birthday today. We're having a very special meal. She loves you well, not a footballer, but she just loves him. Would you please come and have a photograph for her? He said, of course, no problem at all. And he just came in, and my mum was like 5'3", 5'4". He's like up there. You know what I mean? It's so funny.
Is he that tall? Is he? He's quite tall.
Proper tall, man. He's about 6 foot, 5'11".
About 6 foot, is he? I thought he was shorter than that.
Well, he looked.
But fucking hell, compared to your mum, I suppose anyone looks tall.
Well, my sister's got the photos. I'll have to get her to send them to me because on her phone. But yeah, he's such a lovely, lovely man, and then it was a big day for my mum for that. Big
underrated.
Mum.
He's massively underrated.
Beckham is very
he was unbelievably gifted, mate. He was a fucking player.
Yeah.
Marie agrees with you, Jezza. Yeah, she is a miserable bitch. I've met her.
Isn't it a female thing? Sometimes they don't get along.
When I was speaking to him in the foyer, right, and I walked up to him, probably wrongly. She probably got the hump with me because everybody does it. Yeah, and she probably thought, oh, God, here's another one. And I was just like, look, mate, I was very polite to him. I said, Mr. Beckham, this blah, 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 blah. And he went, yeah, of course. And she didn't break. She was like, I thought, you miserable bitch.
Yeah, but do you know what? I think about this all the time. Me and my mum were actually talking about this before I went live on here, on this show. Like, when you get to a certain level, like, you can't go anywhere. I was saying about Justin Bieber's kicking off on fucking paparazzi every fucking day.
You see that?
Always kicking, bro. He's always kicking off. Yeah, but at the same time, like, it must be fucking difficult. You literally cannot leave it.
But that was because of Diddy. Can I just add? That's because of yeah. I don't want to get into it, of course. I know that we can't, but
they've been following him since he was about fucking 12 years old, mate. It's like, it must get fucking jarring. Like, you can't go anywhere. Imagine if you're Cristiano Ronaldo. Where can you actually go without a single person knowing who you are? Every person on the planet pretty much know who Cristiano Ronaldo is. You can't go out for dinners. Yeah,
Ronaldinho tried to pass to someone else in Paraguay and then got jailed for it.
And he didn't even need the fake pass. He didn't even need the fake passport. Yeah, because you're getting anyway.
Oh my days, man!
What a fucking bellend. I big up Chic TV for the raid as well. Bless up Chic TV, my guy, bro. Yeah, but no, it must be very, like, for these celebrities or footballers that are a very high level. I mean, America, like Rooney said it before, like when he went out to America, nobody really recognized him. Yeah, but if you're David Beckham, everyone knows David Beckham. Not everyone's going to recognize Wayne Rooney, but everyone knows who David Beckham is. I'd say you could probably go to every single country on the planet and somebody in that country will know who he is when he goes out.
Do you think it's a bit harder for Beckham, especially Beckham, because Beckham's more than just football? Do you think that's why as well? Because even my mom doesn't even like football. She knows Beckham. Do you know what I'm saying?
My mum loves Becks. My mum loves it. All the women, like all the older women.
He was born in the same hospital as me. I was born in the same hospital as David.
Nah, that's from Haz. Do you know what? I used to work for a double glazing company back in the day, right? And he had Beckenham Palace in Sawbridgeworth. I don't know if he still owns it. Yeah, we was working around there that day. Yeah, fucking hell, bruv. Yeah, two of the lads I was working with fucking tried jumping the fence. He was playing football with Gary Neville in the back garden. You could see it. Yeah, cool. But like, he had security in the trees. Like, I'm not even joking, bro. They got fucking nicked for that. Yeah, they were trying to jump in and fucking throw it. It's crazy. Yeah, security in the trees. That's back then. Yeah, now imagine him going out now. You know, bro, fucking mad. Like, but when you're
they need guns. Let's be honest, Lee. They need guns.
When you get to that level, yeah, like Messi can't go anywhere. Everyone knows who Messi is.
He's got special security. He's got a special guy that follows.
You know what I like about Messi though, right? I bet he's alright. So my missus' ex-husband, yeah, I've met him. He used to work for a company that did a lot of work with Barcelona. He's had dinner sat next to Messi, 8-course meal, because they did work with Barcelona. And Puyol was sat the other side of him. Puyol kept begging, "Do you want a picture? Do you want a picture?" He's like, "No, I'm cool. I've got the memory." because he can speak fluent Spanish. He's Japanese, the lad, yeah, right? And he sat in the middle, yeah, of fucking Puyol, fucking Messi, having an 8-course meal, right? And I was chatting to him this last year. Was it last year or the year before? It was the year before when he came out for the daughter's graduation. And I was like, what was he like? He goes, he was so shy.
Shy, yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, I see in my head, I just think he's see you next Tuesday off the pitch. He comes across as this nice guy on the pitch. Yeah, whereas I think Ronaldo comes across as a cock off on the pitch, but I guarantee he's a fucking cool guy off the pitch. I think it's the other way around. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, but Messi asked him, Puyol kept fucking talking to him and saying, do you want a picture? Do you want a picture? And all that. And he was like, no, I've got the memory, mate. Messi asked him, and he was like, no, I've got the memory. He was like, oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, because you get asked all the time. So when it's an event for the companies that were partnered up with Barcelona at the time, and they had a whole event and the players are there, the staff are there, then the companies are there. It's fucking, I can't remember where he said it was. It was in Barca somewhere, some fuck off massive venue. It went to Barca Stadium or anything like that. Yeah, and he was like, he goes, bro, he was so cool, so chill.
He was a cool guy. He looks like a cool guy anyway.
But if you see Messi out in the street, everyone knows who he is, bro. No, you can't walk around the street. You can't just go and say, fuck it, let's go to Starbucks today, babe. We're going to have a coffee.
Yeah.
You've got no chance.
You can't do that. That's the thing, but Lee, that's the thing. They give you money and that's what you trade it for. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why you get the big bucks. So that's why you get the millions. If you didn't get the millions, you probably wouldn't be this famous.
But this is why there's so many people, like celebrity-wise, that like they're fucking depressed or lonely or commit suicide and shit like that because they can't hack that side of it. Yeah, they can't hack that shit. Yeah, because it's like they can't actually go out. And a lot of these people are just normal fucking people that are great at what they do and have been elevated into, boom, I'm a superstar. Now they're fucked. Now they can't go anywhere. They can't live their life how they used to.
Facts.
Yeah, and that's why you see so many fucking great up-and-coming players fall off the wayside and they're finished. Ravel Morrison, another one. Ravel Morrison was a fucking good player. Yeah, who's the one that was at Newcastle? What's his name? The young lad at Newcastle. He went jail. What was his fucking
Adriano.
name?
Adriano. He
Adriano's
went to the
a perfect
favelas.
example.
Now you can't go in because it's the favelas. Do you get the idea? It's for the favelas. You can't just the reporters can't just walk into the favelas. There's little kid with AK.
Nile Ranger, that's it. Nile Ranger. Yeah. And Adriano, some of the pictures or videos I've seen of him, he's fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
He drinks more than I do, bruv, and he looks like he's as high as a kite.
Yeah.
Like real talk. Yeah, Nile Ranger, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there's loads. Who was the guy that played for Man City? Yeah, and they took a picture of him sat at McDonald's and he was about fucking this big. Yeah, and he was a fucking baller as well, that lad at Man City. What was his name? And what was his name? Michael Johnson. That's it. Michael Johnson. He was a fucking top player. Yeah. He was a baller, bro. Yeah, they couldn't take it. They couldn't hack it. Yeah, which is I kind of understand.
It gets boring, let's be honest. From building to building, from house to house, you can't have a walk in the park. I know that maybe I wouldn't walk in the park like in a month. I'll probably never go for a walk in the park, but at some point I will. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I fucking can. What do you usually say? Because I fucking can.
Because I fucking can.
They can't. You can't just walk to the off license and get a drink and come back. Just have a walk anywhere. Go to the cinemas. You can't. Go to a restaurant. You can't.
They have to build their own cinema in their own house.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you're confined to your house. Yeah, but it's nice. It's a nice lifestyle. Yeah. The punching get done for carrying a gun. Fuck you know, that's crazy. I never knew that.
That's crazy, man. Do you
big up Gary? Gary lives in Brazil as well. Big up Gary. Yeah, you're okay in some favelas as long as you ask.
You need to ask, and they need to give you permission, Lee. There's permission.
It is similar to going. Yeah, see, Lamine Yamal's the next one. Where can that guy go without getting spotted?
Nowhere.
And when you see them on their yacht, on the yachts and all of this, they're not their yachts. Some of them, they've hired the yacht.
Rentals, innit? Rentals, yeah.
Yeah, they've hired the yacht for the day because they don't want to be seen on a beach in a restaurant. So they'll have their beach restaurant on the fucking yacht. Yeah, and they must be kind of lonely at times. Like, I quite like being on my own, but when you're 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, so on and so forth, and you get boom, put up.
You need friends.
You need good friends, and this is why Dele Alli, that guy could have been one of the best England players we ever had. He was a fucking top player, but he was a complete see you next Tuesday. Yeah, I could say so many stories about him because I know people, like one of my ex-girlfriend's best mates is. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, we'll move on. Anyway, we'll move on. Yeah, but he was a fucking idiot, and all of his mates that he was with at the time were fucking idiots. You just see him all the time in Milton Keynes. He thought he was some flash prick. And it was like,
But
bro,
it's his fault. It's his fault, Lee. You choose your friends. You've got,
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying? You choose your friends. You don't have to be friends with anyone. You know what I'm saying? Or everyone. You choose them. And especially
but to be
if
fair,
you're a
Rashid,
star,
go on, sorry,
you have to. If you're a star, I just want to end it on this. If you're a star, you need to vet them properly because any word you say, they could record it. Boom, they sell it for 10k, 20k. They can make money off you. Lee. Do you know what I'm saying?
Thanks. And do you know what it is as well? Yeah, it's not even just that. Like, I'll give you an example. Right, when he was playing for MK Dons, right, he was in Oceana nightclub in Milton Keynes. He just signed for Tottenham. Yeah, and he had a booth. He had all the birds around him, all his mates. But he was adopted. Yeah, and the people that adopted him lived just outside of Milton Keynes. They're really cool. Like, they're sound. His mate, I'm not going to say the guy's name, but he played football as well at MK Dons. Failed. He wasn't any good. He went and played for like other teams just outside of Milton Keynes. Like, I'm going to say the Towns and all that shit. Like, it's not my place to do that. Yeah, but he went into McDonald's in the Escape. Yeah, the Escape is just like a load of restaurants. Like, you can walk in it. It's got a couple of shops in there, snowboarding. You can do snowboarding in there, blah, blah, blah. And then there's clubs and bars and restaurants.
Shopping centre. It's like a big shopping centre, no?
It's more restaurants. It's more restaurants, but it has a skiing shop in there to buy ski clothes and snowboards and all that shit, yeah? Right? He's sat in this nightclub. He comes out the nightclub and he just signed for Tottenham. Literally, it had broken him within a week. He'd signed for Tottenham. He goes into the McDonald's, yeah, and people are recognizing because he's the local celebrity, right? Obviously, I am now. I'm joking. Yeah. I'm joking. But anyway, he went into McDonald's, yeah, he stood up on a table. I'm not even taking a fucking piss. He stood up on a table and said, anyone takes a fucking picture, yeah, I'm not buying you any food. I'll pay the whole fucking bill. For every single person in here, yeah, I'll pay the whole bill. Fair play to him for that, but I do not want a picture, he said. Then he goes on and does all this bullshit he's doing on Snapchat with his cock out. And like, bruv, what are you fucking doing? Yeah, see, that shit there, you were humble. You were cool. You went in, but I don't want any pictures taken, please. I'll pay for everyone's food, which is a bit flashy, to be fair.
It gets to your head, Lee.
But he was going around and he was talking to everybody, and they were like, "Wow, I thought you were going to Liverpool." No, I wanted to go to Tottenham in the end. And he was cool at that point. Soon as he fucking started getting that star status at Tottenham, fell off a wagon, bruv, and he turned into a right fucking knob. They're driving around this flash little Ferrari thinking he's a chap in Milton Keynes. That was a fucking idiot. But I do blame him, and I also blame the people he hangs around with, and I blame the football clubs as well.
Sure.
Yeah, because the football clubs should be fucking teaching them how to manage their money. I blame the FA and the PFA. Yeah, the FA and the Premier League. Yeah, because they should be doing more. You shouldn't get every single penny of your wages. That should be put in a trust fund for when you retire. Yeah, obviously pay all the tax and all of that, but the country that you play in, they should be putting a percentage of your wages every single week after tax into a fucking trust fund. If you're getting paid $100,000 a week, you can comfortably live off fucking 20 grand a week. Let's not take the piss here.
Come on. London's cheap for you. Imagine that. London's cheap for you. Do you know what I'm saying? You're just walking around doing everything. Sancho doing balloons. Like people around him should be like, yo, listen.
Lacazette, the same.
You're a Premier League player. Don't do that. That's what I would do to my friend if he was a Premier League player. Hey, listen.
Man said
But
Raven at the Sanctuary. Oh, do you know what? That's how I know you're old, Curtis. Yeah, Raven at the Sanctuary. Sanctuary now is the fucking Asda and IKEA. No, it's actually IKEA, I think. Yeah, it was right next to Asda. That used to be a nightclub. But like drum and bass, like Nicky Black Market, all them like fucking all the old school back in the day. Yeah, bro, that was and jungle music and all of that. It was a fucking good place that was. Yeah, but
I've got to bounce, man. I've got to bounce.
Yeah, go on, mate. I'm gonna shoot off Paul's in the game starts in half an hour. So if you need to go as well, Rashi, but I'll let Jezza shout his thing out. I'm gonna stay for about 30 minutes, then I'm gone. No,
it's all right, mate. I've got in about an hour and a bit, I've got 30,000 litre tankers turning up. We've got a problem on the lake with what's called a blue-green algae, which is very detrimental It's floated up to the top of the lake, and it takes all the oxygen out of the lake, and we need to kill it off. We've got this 2 tankers coming in with a thing called methylene blue, which will kill it. If we don't interact with it, it could devastate the lake with fish deaths. So we've got to do that, and they're due here at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I've got to get down there and
4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Now it's got to be done at night, mate, because if you do it in sunshine, hot, it
probably react slightly different or something.
Yeah, it don't work. So these guys are coming up from Lille, which is 2 hours away, and they should be here in about another half an hour. And then we've got to pump it into the lake, so it will kill the fishing for the next week. But we've got to do it, man. We've got to do it because I don't want to lose a load of fish, to be honest. So it's one of them. That's one of the things around the lake. Be honest, it's madness. But as always, mate, thanks for having me on.
No, thanks for coming on, giving us your insight, Jez. Always love talking to you, mate. And good luck. Hopefully, it all sorts out.
No, it'll sort it. It's gonna. You got to be. Fishery management is something I'm learning a lot about. Being guided by some very nice people, but we've got to do it because I don't want to lose the big fish in here. So yeah. But tomorrow night I'll be doing a old school show with Kenny and Shane about who was better, Berta, the managers against the managers. It'd be quite entertaining to see what people's views are. And I'm nearly on 9K, so it's going well.
Come on, Jezza.
It's going well. And take care, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, Jezza's a 9K, guys. There's links in the pinned comment as well. Sam's pinned comment is links in there. Make sure you sub to Jez's Arsenal. Jez is Arsenal. And Jez is going to go and have a little stroll around the lake. And,
meet that boar again. Meet that fucking boar thing. I don't want to meet that bastard thing again. It scared the shit out of me, that thing.
Fuck that. I'll get enough of them round here, Jez. You don't want to fuck with one of them.
That was massive, that bastard thing. Seriously, it was a Mexican standoff. It's like, oh shit.
So who's going to blink first?
Well, I walked away, man. I walked away. I thought, I'm not going to win this one. And it was big thing.
Good choice.
Big thing. Anyway, take care, people. See you later.
Nah, bless up, Jezza, man. Always. Yeah, bless up to Jezza.
I got to shoot as well, Lee. Yeah, big up for having me on. Big up to you, Jezza. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Shane as well.
Bless up to you as well, man. Well, listen, always love Rashid. Cool. I rode to Madrid, man. 24 days.
I'm waiting every day at work. I'm waiting, and it's already 1:30. I know I'm gonna be whatever. But yeah, man, it's always cool to hang out with you, with the whole team. Of course, man, talking about Arsenal. But you know what?
When we get to Madrid, mate, yeah, football is off. Anyone talks about football, I ain't interested.
Yellow card first. Give us a yellow card.
No, straight red.
Straight red.
Straight red. 10-game ban. It's like Luis Suarez biting someone.
I saw that yesterday.
Oh, yeah, it's 12 years since the bid.
I always was like, why would you do that? Like, why would you do that? He must be a bit psycho still.
Bro, he tried to bite one of his teammates the other week. Yeah, turned around and realised it was one of his teammates and didn't bite him. Matty said on the stream, he goes, I reckon he's got PTSD. Maybe he was bitten by a dog or something when he was little and just fucked his head up.
Composed anger, like something that he deep down he's got like anger towards. But man, that's weird. I can't.
I said which bite he bit 3 players. He has bit 3 players.
Yeah. Kalini. What's the other player? Oh my days.
He's bit 3 players in his career, bro.
I know it's Kalini.
Who was the other one? Who was the other ones? Ivanovic.
Ivanovic, yeah, Chelsea, yeah.
And there's another one. There is one more as well. There's one more.
Come on.
Come on, chat. You know everything.
Because I need to know now. When at Ajax, yeah. Something happened.
It was Ajax. Yeah, it was Ajax. What was the player's name that he bit? I
Did
swear
he
he's done,
have?
actually, maybe he've done 4 because I swear he'd done one somewhere else as well.
Yeah.
Let me see it. Let me
But
Google it.
but
real
does he
quick.
have an attitude issue, Lee? Does he have an attitude issue?
He's got
This
an
guy.
attitude issue, yeah, apparently.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But Liverpool bought him, and he turned out to be one of the best strikers in the world. But yeah, we're not gonna talk about that, are we?
How many players has Suarez bitten? Right. Otman Bakal.
Yeah. Back, I don't know, but I know, but he bit someone.
Yeah,
When he was at Ajax.
Otman Bakal whilst playing for Ajax. Yeah, Branislav Ivanovic whilst playing for Liverpool. Giorgio Chiellini during the 14 World Cup.
Do you know what I'm saying, Lee?
Bro, I swear, I'm not even taking the piss here. He went to bite one of his teammates the other week. Turned around and realised it because he just naturally just wanted to bite. Yeah, and then he realised it was his teammate, so he didn't bite him. It's like, bro, what is wrong with this guy?
I know we should have laughed, but it's funny, but it's not. You know what I'm saying, Lee? Like,
So, bro, why is your first instinct to bite somebody?
yeah, you must be bitten. You must something happened to you when you were young. That's what I think. I think
I said bitty.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but I don't think it's a fetish, Mr. Awful. I don't think it's a fetish.
Nah, he's just tapped. He's got PTSD of saying, bro. Like, I swear. Definitely used glue as a kid.
Facts. Hey, listen, we can't laugh at that, obviously, because
that's true though. Like, Manson's probably got rabies. Are you not taking a fucking piss? This chat's fucking fine. And now, Rashid, always love, man.
Love the chat. Love
24th of this month, my friend.
Isn't it 1st of July, Lee? You know what? You know what we should do? Oh, it's the 1st of July. Oh, it's the 2nd of July. Oh, there's the quality signing, not just signing, quality signing, because obviously they're going to sell some.
But don't worry though, man. Yeah, but don't worry though, man. You know, it takes time. It's a process.
Oh,
it's a process, and not only that, we're signing Premier League proven quality.
Yeah,
they can do a job.
I get it.
Yeah, they have to fit the profile, guys.
Versatile as well.
Versatile, yeah. They can do a job. They're backup players. And so our actual players get injured, then they're first team players. Okay, cool. This is why we don't win fuck all.
Yeah, because we needed a squad. But apparently we all forgot how we lost 3, not 3, because PSG actually played football. To low blocks and mid blocks. We lost to Newcastle and Man United. But nobody's addressing that issue. Whatever, man.
Don't worry then, man. We just buy a goalkeeper, a defender, a defensive midfielder. Oh, and another defensive midfielder. Then what we'll do is we'll buy a number 10 to play on the left wing. What's a club, bro? Bro, I swear, straight red card if we mention football in Madrid.
Okay, fair.
But we will actually, I'll rephrase.
We're going to do it live, right? We'll do a little live there, no?
I'm working every down there.
Okay, fair.
I don't know about you, but I'm working.
Yeah, I wanna go.
I want to go on the I want to go on the stadium tour for Madrid. Yeah, so we can talk football that day. We can watch a proper club and see how many trophies they've got in their locker room and their trophy.
I'm jealous already, bro.
Yeah, we'll go and do the stadium tour, and I'll chirp some and see if I can fucking live stream while I'm in there because their Wi-Fi is lit. Yeah, we've seen end of stream Dave fucking walking around the stadium when it's rammed, and everyone's going into the game, and he's on a stream outside. Perfect
Did you
Wi-Fi.
see? Big up Dave because I met him in real life as well. But did you see how he turned one day? He was talking English and he was mad after Arsenal lost, and then some Spanish guy came walking. Do you know what I'm saying? And then said something to him. Boom! And he turned to Spanish so quick. That was mad.
And do you know what's mad as well?
Was mad.
Do you know what's funny as well? Right. About a week later, he sent me an article. The article, the newspaper actually thought he was a journalist that was working in Madrid. They thought he was a journalist. He sent me the article. Somebody had said this journalist.
Don't they have YouTubers, Lee? I don't think they have a lot of YouTubers, do they?
They do. Mate, Spain have got a fucking shit ton of football YouTubers. Yeah, the Spanish YouTubers, most of them are registered in Andorra. Which is on the border of Spain and France, isn't it? Yeah, because it's tax haven. So most of them are registered there. Bro, there's some massive Spanish YouTubers, mate, like millions, like top, like 60 million, 70 million. They have like football content.
That's good for Dave. He's one of the...
Yeah, but football content, like there's fucking shitloads of Real Madrid content creators. Loads of them. And Barca. Yeah, there's loads. But most of them are fucking... I don't watch them, but most of them are weird, bruv. Yeah, but there's a lot that have got like fuck ton of subs, bro. Like I'm talking millions, like making AFTV look shit. Like Hey, chat, who's the biggest football content creator for Real Madrid? How many subs they got? No, I'm telling you, mate. They make Goldbridge and Robbie combined look shit.
Look shit, innit?
I can't remember the geezer's name. He's got about fucking 14 million subs.
You know, because we're focused on our kind of YouTubers, you're kind of ignorant. You don't. I only watched the French guy from Paris Saint-Germain for a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? The PSG guy that went
Oh,
live.
PSG. Yeah,
That's
he's
about
sound.
it,
Big up
yeah.
Mohammed. Yeah, he's sound, bro.
That's about it.
But that's the thing. We don't watch other football clubs,
Yeah.
content creators in other countries.
I don't, man. I don't.
That's the biggest football content creator. I show speed.
Yeah. Oh my days.
No, don't talk to that fucker about football, bro. He's right. He ain't got a clue what he's talking about.
He
barks like a dog. Maybe he could go and meet Luis Suarez. They can have a fucking standoff and a bite off. It's crazy, but now listen, it's jokes. But bro, Madrid is going to be lit, brother.
Soon come.
Come on. 23, 24 days.
Cut tequilas.
Bro, you ain't seen nothing yet, mate. you
know that bomb that you told me the other day you made, was it tequila and
TVR, tequila vodka?
And the Red Bull. Oh my days, man. I was like, listen, North, man, that shit.
Did you try
I haven't tried it, but no, I haven't, but like, it's a bit scary. Do you know what I'm saying? It looks a bit scary, but we're up to the task.
In England, they're not legally allowed to pour all of that in a glass at the same for you to give it to you.
Yeah, but you can do it yourself, innit, Lee?
Yeah, but they give you the tequila, the vodka, and then they give you the can of Red Bull. They're not allowed to pour it all in a drink.
Yeah.
Fuck it, it's lethal, bro.
It is what it is, man.
Don't worry, man. We'll get you on the tequila sprites as well, bro. Don't worry about that. Yeah, I don't even like tequila or vodka, but put them all together. Couple of tequila. There's market opportunities everywhere, bro. Trust me.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
Our scouting game is going to be great, and our success rate will be fucking about 70-80%, mate. Trust me. Don't worry about that.
Let's go.
Nah, love, brother. Make sure you sub to Rashid's channel. What you got coming up on your channel?
Hey, I'm going live tomorrow with Touchline, my guy. Big up Touchline.
Come on.
Arsenal, Man United kind of content. We kind of talk about both. So 7 p.m. Come true. Oh, there he is. Touchline. Big up to you, my friend. Real one, man.
Big up.
Real one.
Nah, bless up.
All right. Good night.
Nah, we'll catch up soon, man. Bless up. Coming on, mate. Fucking hell. I can take the fucking earmuffs off now. Fucking hell. In the Bruno Fernandes celebration. Anyway, we are going live for the Man City game in 20 minutes. Yeah, Rashid's the real one, can't I? I'm doing the City game, Alfie. Come on. We need to get them against you lot in the next round. Big up to fuck's sake. Big up to Now Darkness for the super chat. Sorry, bro. That's been sat there fucking 45 minutes. Hopefully you're still here, brother. Sorry, I've only just seen it. Good to see Arsenal fans that speak the truth. Love the streams and the videos. Keep up the work. From Scotland. Oh, yeah, big up to my guy from Scotland. My parents don't live far from Scotland. I don't live too far from Scotland. We just say what we think, mate. Yeah, I'm sick to death of these people chatting absolute fucking bollocks every day. Yeah, because the narrative just keeps getting pushed out and people don't even question it. It's just so annoying. It's like, why don't you just say the fucking truth? But the truth, unfortunately, is a lie these days. These glasses are doing my brain in. The truth is a lie, apparently. And the lie is the truth. The lie spreads quicker than the actual truth. So it is what it is. But this is where this channel steps in. And Jez and everyone else, Rashid, Shane, all of them, everyone. Everyone who speaks the truth every day, pat yourself on the back. Oh, these glasses, man. You know, plastic frame, bruv. The other ones that I used to have, fucking the Jurgens. The Jurgens, they were cool to clean. These are hard work, mate. And I still ain't bought anything to clean them. So yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, yeah. I might even vlog some of Madrid. That might actually be sick. I might actually do a vlog for Madrid. We're all going there. Me, who's going? Me, Rashid, Northside, Mike's West Ham fan. Who else is going? Cole, Gundown, who comes on here. Who else is going? There's one more. Who's the other one that's fucking going on that? I've been a spaz. Is he a fucking spaz? Who's the other one that's going on that? Why am I being a retard? Who's the other one that's going on it? Yeah. Cole's HR, bruv. Cole's HR. I don't even find the fucking group chat. No, Lewis ain't. Right. Who else is fucking going on this trip? Where are we? Oh, Tao. Of course it is. Fucking hell. What a spastic. Tao. Me, Tao, Northside, Mike's, Rashid, and Cole. Yeah, I might actually vlog it. And Tao can just edit it. Tao's going to have to get to work and edit the videos. I could actually do a vlog. I could do a daily vlog, couldn't I? Yeah, it's going to be sick. I haven't been to Madrid since 2018. You know how quick that's gone as well? Because I went to the Atleti game against Arsenal. Cheers, Diego Costa. And then I went back to actual Real Madrid Stadium for Arsenal Legends against Real Madrid Legends. Literally I think it was about a week later. That was before they revamped it. So I've not been back since they've revamped it at all. And I didn't do the stadium tour last time. So I'm going to do the stadium tour this time. I'm going to ask him if I can vlog it. If I can, well, obviously camera recording there, but I'm going to ask him if I can do it. I don't want to just fucking bowl around with my camera out fucking talking. Maybe I should live stream it while I'm in there. This is what trophies look like. I'll ask him if maybe I should live stream it off my phone. Live stream the stadium tour. This is what a proper football club looks like. Yeah, Madrid's going to be lit. I can't lie. Yeah, Madrid. I love the vibe in Madrid as well. I've been quite a few times. But yeah, it should be good. Yeah, Dave should be there as well. Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, Dave just lives outside Madrid as well. He lives in Leganés, I think, just outside of Madrid itself. I haven't spoke to Dave for a minute. I can't lie. Don't even know where Dave is. Is Dave still uploading? Should we see if Dave's uploaded? I haven't spoken to him for ages. Maybe 2 weeks. Am I getting the new Real Madrid kit? Yeah, I'll buy one when I'm there. That's why I ain't bought it yet. I'll take my membership because I'll probably get discount on the stadium tour. That's why I ain't bought it yet. I want the blue one, I think. I think the blue one's pretty sick. Yeah, Savio's starting, is it? I'll get the starting line up in a minute. Right, end the stream, Dave. End the stream, Dave, mate. Leave the geese. Oh, he has streamed. He's done a stream today with Footy Carnage. Oh, he's on 13.4K. Go on, Dave. That was his first live stream in a week, though. Shocking work rate. He's been uploading videos, though. Did he do a watch? He didn't do a watch along for the game. Disgusting behaviour, Dave. He did a match review. Arda Gulen is okay. He's doing quite a lot of content with Footy Carnage. That's pretty cool. I would say he's uploaded quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in the last 7 days. 1, so 6. Not even one a day. Not even one a fucking day. Who's texting my fucking mother? She's in bed, mate. It's 2:45. But yeah, let's have a quick look at Man City starting 11. Let's have a look. 4-0 City. Oh yeah, they're going to slap Al Hilal. We'll be there for Madawi tears and Zia Talks tears, bruv. So we'll look at the starting 11. Edison, Nunez, Diaz, Vardial, Ain't Nuri, Bernardo, Reinders, Gundo, Savio, Doku, Haaland. Yeah, they're going to slap him. Bono, Cancelo, Koulibaly, Al-Harbi, Lodi, Neves, Al-Dasari, Cano, Milinkovic, Savic, Malcolm, Leonardo. Yeah, they're getting chefed up, I can't lie. Look at the state of this bench. Look at this. Stones, Ake, Marmoush, Bettinelli, Nico Gonzalez, Rodri, Ortega, Reese, Akanji, Cherky, Kushnov, Foden, Bob, and O'Brien. Their bench is better than Arsenal starting 11. And that's without Grealish, without Echemesi, and without Kovacic, because none of them are in the squad. Well, Echemesi was, but he's injured. That's without them three, and that's it. Fucking their bench is crazy. Got 500 M's on the bench. Is that what it is? Well, that's what a proper football team looks like, unfortunately for us. Yeah, they're slapping Al Hilal. I think that's going to be I'm going to go. I reckon they'll bag 6. I can't lie. I said they'd beat Juve 5-2 the other night, and they slapped them. I said 5-2 or 6-3. I went with 5-2 in the end. Yeah, Rico Lewis is not in the squad either because he's banned. Yeah, he got the straight red, didn't he? Yeah, they're going to. They were in second gear the other night as well. Yeah, they're going to fucking wallop this lot. So that's 4 players that are not even in that squad, and that's their squad. Yeah, and McAtee. Yeah, he was with the under-21s. He won the tournament. So there's 5 players. Fuck. Do you know how far behind this lot we are? Do you know how crazy this is? And so they ain't disrespecting Al Hilal like that. Now, trust me, no disrespect to them because they're quality. However, they're slapping 6. They're slapping 6, bro. They're going to bag 6 goals tonight. They slapped 6 the other night. They slapped 5, 6. They're fucking class, mate. They're on it as well. Slapped out Ain up 6-0. Slapped up Juve 5-2. They're going to bag 6 in this. Inzaghi ball is beating City. Nope. Not happening. Not happening. My baller Savio is scoring tonight as well. Hold that. Scored a banger in the last game. Yeah, Arsenal are finished, bro. Right, maybe I should redirect to the other channel. Listen, there's 1,200 people in here. Oh, this is lit, by the way. 1,200 people in here. Yeah, make sure you all fucking rock up for the other fucking stream. Fuckers. That rant stream yesterday was hilarious. Also, the guy that stops at roundabout, so I'm the mutant. Get up here, bro. I'll fucking ping pong you off the road. But no, bless up to everyone who's locked in. Let me just set up, make sure the redirect's set up. I'll go for a piss. And, the redirects ain't set up. See? The redirects ain't set up. Good job I fucking set it up then. Can obviously speak to LB as well. He's live. Bless up LB. Love him. He's out here this month as well. Gonna go and meet up with LB again like last year. LB's a G as well. I fucking love him. Such a cool guy, man. Him and his missus are amazing. Proper nice people. Just genuinely chilled. Bit of me. I'm just chilled. We'll be there on yours and LB stream simultaneously. I bless up, bro. I appreciate that, Josh. Bless up to you, my brother. Right, listen, it's going to raid the other channel, yeah? And I will literally be there real quick. I'm going to go for a piss. And we will be there. So, yeah, raid the other chat with Savio raid, mates. Make sure you all rock up as well. 1100 didn't he? Yeah? And I'll be there in literally, I will be 90 seconds. Big up Jester as well, bro. Bless up. And Al Hilal. No, I'm going. It's going to be literally 90 seconds. Maybe 2 minutes max. Count it. Ready? Go. Love. Lee raid. Savio raid. What's my score? I'm going 6-0, 6-1. They'll score 6. I'll be back. Love. Laters.